Here to keep the chase going, share information, spread unity, preserve our heritage and our culture. We're trying to achieve something that you just can't catch. We're always trying to find a better way, trying to make better dogs. That's what Dixie Doggers Podcast is. That's who we are. All right, everybody, we back here downtown one more time.
Yes, indeed.
Dixie Dogger Podcast coming at you. We got the world famous Unkle Pat on the line again tonight. It's Ask Unkle Pat question time. And I have to outlaw and ban one or two people from calling in. I just got to lay down the rules, got to lay down the law. Randy Darrell, you ain't calling in, getting him stirred up. I just got to lay that out there because I know Randy's chomping at the bit.
Actually staying up all night thinking about it.
He always be calling me.
I know. I know. I think it's funny.
Sweating.
Yeah.
I think he's in love with you, Pat.
Yeah, that's all it is. He's Pat's his hero.
That's what
I
I think.
know.
That's all it
Well,
is.
shit, they're my heroes, so I get
That's
it.
it. Well, I mean, we all got to have some.
And so there's goodness.
Mine's Ronnie. I mean, my hero's Ronnie. God dang. I mean, look at that shit. Times is tough.
My hero is Rodney Bell.
Oh, shit, fire. Now you talking. That's a real
Yeah.
hero.
He has the best time of anybody and is the least concerned about anything
You are
that's
correct.
going on.
At any given time.
At any time. It don't make a damn. You are correct. That's a fact.
Hey, 2 county fairs, a bull bucking and a chicken plucking.
So, yeah,
Rodney Bell gives the same amount of give a damn
That-
at either one.
you are 100%. So, you got anything exciting been happening, or is it just been a regular everyday deal since the last time?
Well, we got some exciting things coming up. I went to Orange, Texas, and picked up Jake, and we went to Downsville and worked the hogs.
Yep.
They got a really nice deal going up where they do it up there with the calf turntables and all that. And they're all fresh hogs. I think it was 32 hogs. And we gave them all the Ivomec and supplements they could stand and check their teeth to make sure didn't nobody wham about their little puppy getting bumped or something. I mean, I shouldn't have said it like that, but I
Well,
did.
no, it's the truth. Because that's going for this is what the 2-dog shootout.
Yeah, this is a 2-dog shootout. I think it's bring one, draw one. I'm not for sure. What is it?
Well,
Do you know?
yeah, for every entry, you get to draw.
Okay.
Now that's the way it's been going. So, like, I mean, the last couple of times we went, we signed our dogs up. We sign a pair up, we get to draw. You know, we signed up Chaos and Junior. We get to draw a pair for them. We get to draw a dog, run with Chaos, and then we get to draw a dog with Junior. So the entry fee is a little higher, but it honestly works out cheaper because you're really getting if you take 2 dogs and sign them up, you're getting free runs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a little. It actually works out good, and it's all the best of the best. It's high caliber dogs, and they're gonna have some high caliber hogs there.
I should know the rules by now.
Yeah, I was going to say everybody should. So that's going to be August the 3rd. We'll try to get this thing expedited and get it on the air and have it so that way we can do a little advertising for Jake as well. That'll be in Downsville.
I do know this. More times than not, it's a draw pair that wins and places more
Yes.
than the run what you brungs.
Yep.
You know,
And you got a chance
so
to
that's
run
what
with
makes it
anybody.
exciting. And what makes it gets exciting, you get to see dogs that's never ran together before. I mean, okay, Goose and Cowboy, Goose and Max,
Yeah.
Rango Django, whatever
You know who our first pair
Really
we ever
good
drew? The first dogs we ever drew?
Who?
We pulled Goose and then we pulled Cowboy. That was our first 2 damn draws we ever drew.
You didn't win nothing, did you?
Didn't win a damn thing. But that's beside the point.
I understand. I remember I draw good too.
Yeah.
And my dog messed up in one of them. I made a payoff. I made a payoff round. My dog messed up one time, and I forgot whose other. I think I drawed one of those really good dogs of Johnny White's. I don't remember which one, but
Yeah.
I think he caught or something. Of course, when he caught, mine caught.
That's what happened with us with Goose. Goose grabbed a hold and he let go at like the 4 count, and Chaos didn't.
Yeah, Goose. I mean, he can count.
Yeah, I believe he can. I really do, because he did it that night.
But, yeah.
But it's a good show.
Doing that with Jake, and I ran the dogs, like seriously ran them. I run them every day, but sometimes it's just like fixing fence or something. I just let them let them go with me. Mm-hmm. But I actually went hunting, and I bait I don't know if you've seen the video on Facebook. I bait about a 250 pounder. Man, I thought he was gonna put me up a tree, and I just let him have it to show people how to call their dogs. You can call your dogs off.
That's right.
Because the hog dog trials at Mud Creek, that's where you're gonna have to do it. Mm-hmm. To be able to place. And then I went back a few days ago and killed one I had 3 bays going, and I chose a bay. I knew I had messed up. I chose a bay where I could smell him.
Yeah.
And I killed him, had 4 dogs on him, and my lab and one of the other dogs had another bait. And I got around there and I made him break. And it was a lot better hog. The same 250 pounder I made a week before.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was going to kill one, I'd rather kill that one. I killed the other one. Hey, you ever walk through head-high cedar weeds in an old log set and thin timber? Okay. Look, I ain't taking nothing away, and everybody picks at me for shooting them every now and again. If I'm by myself, it's 100% chance. But look, guys, this is the closest I'm going to get to going in the bush after a lion, a grizzly bear, or a mbogo, black death, Cape buffaloes. I ain't going to Africa fighting them. I ain't going. One reason the federal government says I leave the country, they ain't going to let me back in. So I'm going to stay put, because I can't do that.
That's right.
I think Carter's over there now somewhere. He got to come back tricking. Which he kind of had a little click to his walk anyway, but
that's right.
I'm proud for him to get to go do that.
Yeah, that's good trip of a lifetime right there.
So these guys talk about, you shoot them. Well, 9 times out of 10, that's why I use an over and under 12 gauge, 3.5-inch Magnum, 18 double O. Mm-hmm. When I'm going in there like that, I don't bay up in these pretty bottoms for the most part. I'm in a jungle, down on my hands and knees, or kind of like Cody Godwin and him over there with that bear. He's up there, this big old bear.
Yeah.
Thank God for a 30-30 that day. But so I mean, and when he comes at you, you just plant them feet and you wait and you take your time. You don't do like these overseas guys where you see these big Russians, big European. Oh, let me get the word right. Eurasians.
There you go.
I can't even hardly say it, but and they just bam, 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 and the hog's still coming. I promise you, I take my time in a hurry and put the bead on him and pull it. That's why I don't use a rifle.
That's right.
And I hunt by myself. They say you ain't worried about when them buckshot hitting him. I'm shooting him from 5 or 8 feet away.
Yeah, right on top of him.
So what's more daring? To jump on him with four cur dogs and 2 bulldogs swinging on his head and stab him with a knife? Or you stand there and wait on him to get right there to your feet and then wax him? I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
I'm telling you, I'm not taking one from the others. It's a different kind of feeling.
Both have drawed my asshole up tight.
Yeah. That's what I say. We've been there both.
I've seen a video of Carter catching that deer. If y'all have noticed, his pants is down. He's got on some boxers, but his pants is down around there. That's because when he tried to put that deer's head underwater, them front feet come up and stomped his pants off of him.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's why I let Daisy go. Daisy before that deer drowned my little buddy.
Them damn deer, that's one of the toughest animals I've ever seen.
Oh, man. And you ain't going to break his neck,
No, you're not. Nathan seen me ride that son of a bitch around a mountain one day. I said, watch this, boys. I jumped a hole to him. My middle son shot this 8-point. I don't know. I guess he thought he done went to military long-range sniper school and took a little 243, and I think it was right at 300 yards, and poked at him. I said, "Why did you even shoot?" He said, "Oh, he's laying over there. Don't worry about it. Just drag the meat." Here he is, like 10, 11 years old. So
just drag the meat.
That's what he said. Just drag the meat. We get over there. He said, "We're gonna go up there and get that deer." I said, "Son, we'll go up there." I said, "But I don't think you even hit it." We get up there, and sure enough, it hit it, but it still had some life left to him. And that rascal come at me, and I grabbed a hold of that head, and I grabbed that rack, and I laid on him. I was gonna twist him around. Hell, I twisted that sumbitch around about 4 times, and then he come undone like a corkscrew and stood up with me on him, and there we go.
I swear I looked like the damn exorcist. I was trying to break one's neck, and I went my head up. If I turned him loose, he'd have probably screwed himself into the ground. I ain't gonna lie, man. I had him wound up.
I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, God, I mean.
So one other thing I want to bring up while I'm thinking about it. A few podcasts ago, I misspoke about a man down around Scrapping Valley running a certain breed of dogs. Because, well, they get on to me for lying. I misspoke one word. To all y'all out there that's listening, just to critique and to pop off something. Let me tell you, I don't know if you've seen that picture circulating on my belt buckle and them 2 empty boxes. That's really how much I care about what you think anyway. But I did misspeak about the dogs. It wasn't a complete misspeak, but I thought they was off of a certain dog, and they wasn't.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Now, no, wait a minute now. The half of the pack was, but the half that man himself had brought, they wasn't off of that dog. That was some old family breeding. And it wasn't even the man that owned the dog said anything. He laughed about it.
Oh,
little old young punk, mad because we had caught 7 hogs and they ain't caught nothing all day. You know how it goes.
I got you.
Well, let me take that back. I think I caught 1 hog that day. Everybody else did the catching. I did the videoing.
That's the way I try to do now.
Yeah, them young boys, man. But hey, so if I know my history.
Mm-hmm.
I have been to the spirit world a time or two.
Yeah.
We're just saying like that. And sometimes I'm thinking one story and I finish it with another. So everybody knows how to get a hold of me.
That's right.
So just get a hold of me and tell me, and I'll fix it on the next podcast.
There you go.
I'm not here trying to think I'm going to claim no shit eating dogs. I had 40 puppies this year. I raised 40 puppies to 6 weeks old. Sold them all within 5 or 6 hours.
Pat the peddler. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Send them on, baby. Send them on.
You know why I did it? Just so other people would have some different blood. It ain't no better than their blood. It's just different. Right. I mean, sometimes okay, guys. I don't care who you are, and I learned this from the bulldog world. Every now and again, you got to have that one out.
Yes.
Yep.
You sure do.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to slow down and listen to old folks talk. You got to have that one out if you want to keep a good yard. People that don't ever got a one out, don't tell me you got the best because it's impossible.
That's right.
Yeah, Floyd Boudreaux, Maurice Carver, Earl Tudor, and some other names I can't say right now because they're still farming.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's a lot of people that
they all do it the one out thing, and that's where I learned it.
That's it. Yeah, if you don't have your next ones are only as good as that out.
Hello.
If you don't have that top dog as an outcross, you're just you're stale. You're going to be right where you're at. You ain't going to another fucking level.
That's right. You're flattened out, and that one out will bring all that back, all that you once had,
right back up,
back to life in that one out.
Yep.
There's a lesson right there that I didn't even think about talking about tonight. But,
well, no, it's a good one because that's one it's extremely overlooked. We talk about getting your own bloodlines, or breeding your own line of dogs up and doing all that. The outcross is very seldom ever talked about. Very, very seldom. And that's really the most important thing. After you've done it a few years, you got to have something to go out.
Yeah. I used Top Gun, not Goose. I would have used Goose, but I got a 3/4 Goose brother. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's Goose's daddy CJ, bred back to Goose's belly mate sister Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie has caught hogs in the woods and won the 2-dog in Uncle Earl's, maybe? At a big man. Won the 2-dog in a big man. But every time I ran with her, we caught out because she's meaner than hell. And she's raising cow dogs now over on the East Coast. And if you ever get a chance to get one of them Charlie dogs, it's a very inbred. That's what a true hybrid vigor is.
Yes.
It's 2 inbred strains of no relation put together.
Yep.
So that first one that comes out is going to be that F1.
That's exactly
so,
right.
And they're most of you dog guys are going to know that. But for those that don't, if you want to know more about it, you have to talk to somebody smarter than me. When you start talking about words like heterozygous, I'm just glad I'm heterosexual. I don't want to get into all that.
It's 2024, baby. You better be careful with that shit.
Quit the football bat. Them haters are twisted around all which way they can. They'll invert it, I think.
You damn right. That's what's wrong. They inverted anyway.
Yeah.
That's it.
We had some tornadoes that blew some more timber down, made hunting even harder with the blowdowns and the clay roots and just getting to a damn bay is a struggle right now.
I heard that. It seemed like y'all had a lot of storms there for. Hell, y'all was on the road for a while.
Then the hurricane come in. Yeah. Then the hurricane come in. We had a tornado on every corner. But now saying that, we have almost 12 miles of fence.
Damn.
That ain't cross fences. That's just around the block. So, you can imagine. That's why I'm posting. Do not nail to a damn tree.
There you go. Yeah, we haven't had any. We had a couple of little light thunderstorms last week. Really wasn't nothing to speak of, and this is the first week that we've got any rain. And I don't know how long. Like we have avoided every bit of it. It's either went below us or it's went above us.
Now we ain't had many trees fall this year,
no.
But I swear every week the top, like a big limb, just breaks out of the tree. Right, not in the yard, right where the chain spots are.
Oh yeah.
One of them, that damn dog will be over there wrapped up in it. I'm like,
that's right.
Every week.
When it's hot summertime, you can't afford for them to be wrapped up all day. I mean,
that's right.
You
got to pay attention to that shit.
Yeah, and then get it whacked out and cleaned up. Move on about your business.
Yep.
I think we've had 4.5 inches of rain in about the last 30 hours.
Yeah, we've had a couple which it rained all day yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's rained a good portion of the day today. Which, like I said, I don't know. I haven't checked to see how much we've actually got, but we've got a few inches. And like I said, but we needed it bad. We hadn't got any rain.
I got my outcross coming up is a Jeep I got from 777 Matt Latham.
Yeah. I
had loaned her out and I got her back the other day, and me and Jay got in. I got home about 3:30 in the morning. I stopped and seen a friend in Whitfield for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
That made me a little bit late. You got to check on your friends. Hell,
yeah, I bet you
did. Brought her some dinner and all that. And
that's right.
Me and Daisy set up there and checked things out for a minute, and then we eased on the orange and then on up the center. But
old Matt and them's got some damn good dogs, big dogs.
Well, you know what they're off of? They go back to that Ellie dog that Jake had.
Oh yeah,
that Tango Wings.
Well, I gotta get Matt his damn. I'm glad you brought that up because I'm here at the store and I've got a damn a cable set that I gotta get to him, and I'm sitting there looking at it and I ain't thought nothing about it. I need to bring it with me to Downsville. We're coming down there. I better bring it. Matt's gonna whoop me. My God, Matt, if you
I'm
listening,
saying
I'm
he
sorry.
needs
I'm sorry,
it. You
Matt.
need to put a tag on it that says death row.
Yeah.
Because they will bite you. They will bite the hell out of it.
Well, that one of them big bull rings that we had on there, his dog snapped the ring. I've had him pull ferals loose, stuff like that. But that son of a bitch broke that damn stainless ring.
And Uncle Earl's that big dog pulled that stake up.
Yeah.
And he had me against that fence. He done bit me in the ass. Well, I was trying to pull me a Karate Kid. I was trying to put that crane on him,
Yeah.
But then I got to think about trying to pick that stake up and knock his damn brains out. And by then, Matt got there and got him.
Yeah.
That's a little jip I got from him. She does really good to come out of the vape pen in the woods. I'm getting some weight back off of her. She's starting to cast again with the dogs. And it's funny. I know that's one of the questions coming up about casting. 3 to 4 pounds makes a difference on a cur dog.
Yeah.
On casting or not casting. You just got to find that weight that you don't want them dried out. I don't know if people understand that term. I know you do.
Yeah.
You don't want them dried out. There's an optimum weight for every dog. Some of them might even look a little fat, but that's just exterior fat and not gut fat or internal fat that stops the lungs from expanding to their full capacity. So I find that a lot on casting is how the dog feels.
Yeah.
If you feel, look here, if I'm feeling really froggy,
that's right.
And we go in the club, y'all don't have to point nothing out to me. I'm gone.
That's right. But
I mean,
but if you ain't feeling it, like you said, you take a dog that's a little overweight and he's feeling sluggish and he's gonna be lazy.
You take me to the Chinese restaurant and fill me up with that cream of some young gal, telling about the pot, and then decided to go to the club.
What'd you say that was? That cream of that some young gal?
Yeah, that's my favorite down to the Oriental.
Cream of that some young gal.
Hey, can I suck that up with a biscuit? Tell me what it's like.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's a good one.
I want to be lethargic too,
That's right.
So you want these dogs to be in. And another thing, you don't need a party going on around while you're hunting.
No.
You want a party? Go party. Hell, party while you're hunting. But don't expect your dogs to be at their best if there's a lot of hooping and hollering and laughing. And
I agree.
What my daddy called grab assing. You know what I'm talking about.
Rodney Bell, his dogs, like when he casts them, like you got to be quiet. And you don't, because it'll pull them back because they were never around all that. And if they're around a bunch of noise, everybody's like you said up there hooping and hollering and carrying on. Hell, they won't go far. But if you leave them alone and you cast them the way that he cast them, and I've got where I can cast his dogs the same way, them son bitches will roll as far as it needs to go.
Never look at them. Never talk to them.
Nope.
They don't know English. So don't get ahead. No, none of that until they start casting. Believe it or not, my yellow dogs are cast. Yeah. And it's because I just knew how to do it, but it wasn't instant. I can promise you. It's when we got those puppies in they're about 13 months now, probably.
Yep, that me and Nate was talking about it the other day.
This last year, didn't we?
Yep.
Didn't we get them in August?
It might have been.
I think so.
I couldn't remember when we got them.
They were 6 weeks old in August, I think. So that's what I'm going by.
We got them at the 2-dog cup last year.
I thought we got them in May.
I don't remember that. Hell, if they're about a year old, regardless.
So anyway, they're not over 15 months.
No.
They're Eskimos. So I started messing with them in November, December, and actually they started baying hogs for me. But it was like they were set up for serious success. They had some an older set of dogs with them. The dogs that I gave the dogs I gave Ryan and them, Honey and them. So the Honey and them was a lot more progressed, you know. So they must be coming about 18 months now, those dogs. I don't know. Yeah. I probably should write this stuff down.
It probably wouldn't hurt.
Hell, I don't think I was serious about it if I did.
I was going to say, they take you serious then, Pat.
Well, I know.
Boy, you better watch it being serious now.
Hey, look, be talking about being serious. I actually tried to get a real job today.
What?
And they called me back, scared the hell out of me.
I was going to say, Lord, you didn't sign up for that shit.
Oh, dang. Well, I'm ready to go to work. I've been off a year now, and raised puppies, and I started a couple of sets. When I say a couple of sets, it's about 15 or 20.
I was going to say, it's quite a
lot of them I don't talk about, like, because they go into other places, and I don't want people to go up and say, well, you got that dog from Pat. He was already, you know, because I hardly ever give anybody a finished dog or sell one. I just like get them. I like to start them sometimes. Yeah. And especially on the outcross puppies, on the one-out puppies, because usually the female or male ain't proven yet. So I don't want to give nobody that shit till I look at it, you know.
That's right. But we got Mr. Henry Williams, he saved us a good bit of trouble. We wound up getting some puppies from him when we was out there.
Lord knows we don't need no more damn dogs.
And
I was the main one that wanted them.
They three-quarter and quarter.
That's perfect.
That's what I said. That saved me, and that will be my outcross for what we already have.
That saved you 15 months.
That's what I literally told him. I said, that saved me 2 years right there. Is what I would have figured.
Yeah.
By the time I kept them, and because I'm gonna keep all of them at first to see what we're feeding, and I'm gonna make sure they're mature and they're gonna do what they're supposed to do. And but like I said, they come from good stock. We went out there and run them. We run them dogs with him, totally different than what we normally do. We put them that's ones I was telling you about. We run him. It's 100 degrees. We ran that hog 5 hours. I don't know how many miles. And them dogs was high double digit speed all day long, son. They didn't let his ass get no rest. And
people don't believe them videos that I put on there, that dog going 25 and barking ever breath, and been doing it for 2 hours.
Yes.
And people think, ain't no way, you got that on a 4. Man, look.
When we was down to the last 30 minutes, probably 30, 45 minutes, that son bitch hit a cotton field. And it was all we could do to stay up with the dogs in the truck when they come across that son bitch. But I mean, they would be to one end. By the time we got down there, they done turned around and was half back across it. I mean, on the Garmin, I had Henry's dogs in my Garmin, and they was running 16, 17 miles an hour and this is after 4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah.
And they were strolling. I mean, that one dog he's got, was it P? Yeah, that female, buddy, I promise you, I'd feed that son bitch in a minute, boy. Fine dog right there, son. And Gage Harrelson, he had some of his out there, and another guy named Brandon, he had some walker dogs they throwed in there. And man, I'm telling you, it was a whole different ordeal, and I liked it. I did. I said, this is.
That's the way normally, if I'm hunting a crowd or like some other people and I got help, I'll drop them dogs out like that because that's my favorite way. The reason I run these cur dogs like this at the house is I'm by myself, and if the hog breaks, I just go home because I don't have to worry about them ending up across Toledo Bend in Louisiana.
That's right.
I gave Zach offered him a dog called Bad Ben that William had won a bunch in the fox pen with, and to run deer with. You know how wide the Savannah River is, right?
Mm-hmm.
When that buck come out the other side of it, old Ben was riding him.
Hell yeah.
So I was wanting to join the hunt leash or whatever, and Zach's, and they wouldn't let me, but they wanted to know, does I have another dog like Ben? Yeah, I got 7, 8 of them, but y'all better find y'all a beagle.
That's it. If I can't join it, damn it, y'all ain't running them.
Yeah, and like, look, only because I went out there one time, they gave me 4 bullets and I killed 5. It was an accident. Hell, they just run over me.
That's
it.
It
Was self-defense, but I really ain't that good of a shot. I just got lucky. They shot 99 times and one died of a heart attack.
That's it.
That's a lie too. That's a lie.
That's the way my shit goes there. I'll throw rocks at it and come out better.
It was only 87 times.
Oh,
I'm
man.
still lying on him.
Yeah.
He did way better than that, but
That's good stuff there. Those dogs are different. They are totally different. And like I said,
they're different.
If
they do.
If guys that run cur dogs and if they run rough dogs and a real fast paced deal, if they've never hunted with those type of hounds or hound crosses, go do it before you knock it. Because I've heard people say, well, oh hell, we could catch that hog. We could do this and we could do that. Well, and it depends on where you're at and how much those hogs are run. Because over there, those hogs, they're already running. I mean, you don't get to jump them and run them. Them some bitches are just running.
Actually, just born running.
Yes, they are just running. Same thing down there with Cody Godwin. Them hogs come out of the womb running.
Well, it's because everything that did run died. People, I've been preaching it for 20 years, people. So when you hear all these sayings, like when people's talking about this and evolution and everything, and you wasn't talking it 20 years ago,
mm-hmm.
If you would have heard us 20 plus years ago when all this started changing, you would know we watched it.
Yes.
We watched it change.
I remember the first time I walked more than 300 or 400 yards to a bay, I was beside myself. I mean, I was throwing a fit. I was bitching and griping. I was like, why are we having to go so, after we done got the hog up? I was like,
And the dogs were silent too, wasn't they?
Yes, dead silent.
See, I got the damn good set of dogs on the yard. I got some quarters completely silent. My lab cross, he's completely silent. Them 2 damn buttermilks bark every damn breath.
Really?
Now, what's up with that?
I don't know. Oh, Mo,
I think it goes back to I guess, but most of the time they run in a deer when they do it. I went at 4 o'clock this evening. The rain broke, so I went right there to show Kevin. I thought we might tree something or something. And anyway, it was a deer because the old dogs went about 100 yards on it and come back. But boy, they were goddamn little buttermilk went through yonder gag. Sound like a damn good walker dog, right? Back in the day, say 25, whatever, Jake and them dogs, them big yellow dogs they had, they worked every breath on the track too.
Really?
But they didn't weigh none. They was all 80 pounds, 90 pounds. They were, but they'd have 3 or 4 or whatever. Going by what Mr. Junior told me, they was, when the barking stopped, it wasn't no bullshit. You ought to be there.
Yeah, the damn hog was stretched out.
Yeah, and I kind of like these dogs I got now. That a man told me if I had better dogs, they'd be in there baying him tighter. Well, the whole thing was I was trying to get me, the dogs, and the hog in the selfie.
Yeah.
So I was calling the dogs out to me and trying to get the hog to charge me so I could get it on a picture.
Yeah.
That's just somebody wanting to hate. Hey, mister, if I had better dogs, I'd sell them.
That's right.
And I go back to hunting these trashy son of bitches that don't run my hogs out of the country.
There you go.
You're to catch a hog in the woods. Like people holding up a number on a piece of paper. That's fine if that's the way you want to do it.
That's right.
What do you think my number would be over 51 years?
Yes. You'd have to have a few pieces of paper.
And today, I'm like, well, what would my number be? It'd be more than 5 or 6.
That's right. And I try to keep up with how many we catch on certain properties, and usually we'll do real good for the first month or 2, and then Well,
Yeah.
I say the first few hunts, and then after that, it kind of all just grows together. It really gets to the point where if you're hunting all the time and you're running them and you're catching them, you can't keep up with it.
I can't.
You know, I mean, like literally, I don't know how many we've caught this year. We ain't caught as much this year as we did last year, but we have been very steady.
Yeah.
You know, we catch them.
I put the videos on Facebook. I mess with Randy the Rail sometimes, mostly.
Yeah.
And I'm not bragging. Jake will come on there and say, look, everybody, it's so easy, a yellow dog can do it. Well, he's trying to, we're doing this to promote the sport.
That's right. And part of our sport is talking shit.
Oh, my God. I mean, if people think I really mean it,
yeah,
they in a bind. They in a bind because I don't, I want a bell buckle with a coon dog at El Perro Loco. And then I made the bay off at Uncle Earl's and I quit. I feel like a world champion.
See, if you can do that, then that means I can do it. And I'm going to bring me a damn coon dog.
Yeah, I did it with a black and tan coon dog. Gene Reynolds rented for me.
I'm going to bring a damn blue tick.
Oh, yeah, a blue tick could play. So Rooster was a blue tick. He won $250,000 probably before he died. Oh, Rooster did.
He's one of the few thousand of them that's worth the shit, wouldn't he?
Well, the best one ever seen was blue, but it took 100,000 to get to him.
Yeah.
You don't get them tickalicious people mad at us.
Well, I'm serious. We got two speckled up blue dogs on the yard right now. Okay.
Well, you got one. You bought one from that girl, didn't you? Didn't you buy a dog from her?
I got 2 or 3. I don't know how many we got now. We got a young male, and I got that.
Quit drinking.
I know.
Quit drinking.
I got to do something, Pat. Every time I go somewhere, I get another dog. Or Nate's the one getting them here lately, not even me.
But we get rid of some other ones.
Yeah, that's right. We get rid of them good dogs, and we keep them sorry ones.
Well, you'll have more friends like that.
There ain't no doubt about that. I had a guy, he said, why in the hell would you get rid of your best dogs? I said, well, shit, I don't want to give them the worst ones. I said, what would people say? I mean, like, if the dog ain't worth the damn, why would you ever, first off, why would you be feeding the damn thing? Secondly, why would you give it to somebody?
Somebody said, I got a dog over here with so-and-so's collar on it. Y'all know who that is? I said, yeah, that's mine. Just turn it back loose.
That's it. He'll find his way home.
I found the collar laying around there, so I just put it on there. I didn't want nobody to know I owned that.
I hear you. Oh, you want me to call this fella right here and see what kind of question he had for us?
Hell yes, call him up.
Let's see if I can do this thing. Hell, we'll be done talked all damn night again.
I know it.
It's fun though. I like it. We got it ringing. I'll have to merge them and all that. All right, let's see. We got it going on there. Hello.
What's that?
All right, JT, this is Joey with Dixie Doggers, buddy. How you doing?
Not too bad. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. We got you on the horn. Me and Uncle Pat's on here. Said you had some questions and stuff. I'm gonna step back and you and Pat can talk and ask him whatever you need to.
Yes, sir. I just want to start saying, first off, I want to say thanks to the three of y'all. I kind of started in this hog hunting only a couple of years ago, and I didn't really have anyone to kind of show me the way. And I've learned a lot from listening to you guys talk. And well, my main question was, what's a good thing to do at the house when you can't take them to the woods? That's not going to take hunt away from them.
Or can you let them run loose or no?
They're kenneled up most of the time, but they get to run a few hours every night at least, and I work with them an hour each. Yeah,
if you could just turn one of them loose at a time so they don't leave, just let them be a dog. And then Joy will tell you that if you can let and everybody else will too, if you can let your young dogs run loose, you're way ahead of the game. They learn what lizards is and snakes and butterflies and how to travel through the woods. But you let them loose one at a time, they won't leave. And they won't go gang up on the neighbor's cows and
that's right.
Be doing mischievous shit like that.
Yeah, because they'll do that.
I get pretty tough when I'm with Jake and them.
Shit.
I'm docile as hell by myself, you know. I got a jacket on them big taekwondo, judo boys with me. I'm mad some of these boys.
Yes, sir. That's pretty much what I do. You know, I don't let them run free the whole time because you know I work far away from the house.
Yeah.
So you know when I let them out, I kind of I work on. I actually got piglets. You know, I let them work the piglets a little bit. You know, but like, what are some other things that I can do work wise? Is like training things to do with not young pups, but a little bit older dogs in between pup and grown.
The only other thing I'd ever done was I would put up a mock hunt, you know, like that.
Yes, sir.
And tie my pig out on about 25 or 30 foot of mule tape, but not a pig they could catch. Something that would roll them up. Because I didn't want to make catch dogs out of them, and just let them find it and bait it like that. It'll never hurt.
That's the thing. I run rough dogs. Me and my brother, we got bulldog cur crosses, and they're real rough. And I got some younger pups that also got some bulldog in them. And you know, I'm bringing them up the same way I brought them, and they're doing all right. You know, they're getting along their way, but you know, I just don't want to. You know, I hear everyone talk about putting too much of a handle on them and doing too much at the yard with them, and I don't want to keep them up too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think you can have too much handle on the bulldog cross.
No, I agree with that. You gotta be pretty heavy with them.
That remind me of that girl dog that you know, she's got a little bulldog in there, the one that Carter, that good loose man dog Carter's got.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You know, she's got a little bulldog in her, and it took me forever to get her back up. And well, I didn't do it. They actually finished her on backing up, but man, she was a little nasty.
Yeah, she's special.
The only thing, like on conditioning them, like if you got them out and you wanted to hand walk them, I'd put them on like a 40-foot, 30-foot piece of mule tape and walk them on that. So say you walking in a straight line, that pup, he goes ditch to ditch to ditch to ditch. So if you walk a mile, he walks 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
He's got so much slack, see? So, like when I hand condition, not saying I've ever hand conditioned anything to farm, but if I was hand conditioning, that's what I do. You gotta be so careful these days because there's 8 people out there waiting for me to say something wrong, so they can jump on.
They're waiting on Pat to say, I walked that sumbitch 9 miles, made sure I cooled him, rubbed that belly good. Yeah, which I mean, I read that in a book.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, it's history, guys.
History.
All you got to do is put in Game Dog History and you can get all the stories you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I learned all this.
Yeah, that's me too. I seen it on the internet.
Hey, look, now, I'm going to tell y'all something. My lab that I run, that does so good at cast and everything for me, it's half bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
It's half bulldog, but it is red boy. Actually, it would be half Fat Bill's 2 eyes, which would be Indian Bolio.
Bolio, yeah.
Double bred Bolio. It's bred for lungs. Like your black dogs. Like, I tell you what Pop told me one time. Said, if you can stand there for 30 minutes, you probably got me. It's just that first 30 minutes is going to be rougher to something. So your Bolio or Carver bred, you know, it come from Carver, whatever. The more your red or yellowish type bulldogs is going to be like, they're going to have the lungs that more a hound would have. And where the black dog is going to be able to close their mouth a lot harder. If that makes sense.
It does.
Although one of the hardest mouths I ever seen was a red dog, but yeah.
We'll be back after a quick break.
And now, thanks to the sponsors and friends of Dixie Doggers. Animal Housing Solutions.
Boars N Broads.
Crockett Taxidermy.
Hardcore Hog Dogs.
Southern Cross Cut Gear.
Ada Y Transport.
4L Kennels.
The American Doghorn Museum.
Unique Hounding Hunting Supply.
Hogbaying.com.
Tuskers Magazine.
Mud Creek Hog Dog Trials.
Well, yeah, that's something that was that a lot of people never discuss there, Pat, that I've seen in the hunting side of it, is the difference in the different lines of the bulldogs, the game dogs. Is like you said, some were bred more for bone structure and density. Some were bred more for stamina and lung. Some were bred more just for that hard mouth. And I guess they think one game dog is the same, and it is not.
So to answer your question, I'd really like to know what lineage your dogs of the bulldog that they got in them.
Honestly, I cannot tell you. I got them. I'll be honest with you. I got them from some crackheads, man.
Hey, well, you just described my whole yard.
I ain't even gonna bullshit. Me and my brother, we picked them up. It was like $75 for a pair of them from some crackheads out of Webster, Florida.
Yeah,
and we got it. We were disappointed. We didn't think much of the pups the way they looked. They weren't as old as they were supposed to be, and they was wormy and all messed up. And we raised them up, and they kind of got a late start because, like I said, we really didn't know what we was doing. But they're finding pigs and they're catching them. But I cannot. They say they're blackmouth cur and pit, and that's I didn't see the dogs.
They're yellow-looking dogs, reddish-looking dogs.
The one is red, and the one is lemon and white, yellow and white.
Yeah. Okay.
Yellow and white, yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
Some of them old Corvino dogs in that country had that yellow and white look.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember right, that's been a long time ago. But
and same deal. We actually got another set of pups given to us. They claim they got mastiff and pit way back on the one side, and they say they got plot, cur, and walker, and all kind of shit in there.
Damn. Well, that sounds like scatterbred there to hell and back. My kind of dog.
The old Heinz 57.
Well, that's a full-blooded hog dog. Some bitch is full-blooded.
They making you happy?
Yeah, I like them, man. I'm having a good time with them.
You walking with them?
Yes, sir. Just walk hunting. They don't go real far. They 150, 200 yards and kind of loop back and check in and just beat the woods down. And
no offense, but that's what I would call a damn good poaching dog.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they are. I mean, that's what everyone tells me they are. I mean,
yeah. Look, my whole yard, all I got to do, I pull one casting dog out. They'll cast with him, and I'm sure you will too. Like if you get you a walker dog, it'll cast, and once they get used to him, they'll probably follow him anywhere he wants to go, and probably surprise the hell out of you. But you're gonna end up in trouble. Is what's gonna happen?
Well, I know they'll surprise me. Yes, they're only they're just shy of 2.5 years old. So they got a lot of ways.
They're just now coming into their own. Like I wait for a dog to be 3 years old before anybody tells me he's a hog dog.
Yeah, that's right.
Are you seeing that? Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
That's good. But as far as working those kind of dogs, I don't know what you could do unless you was like stealing cows or something.
Yeah. But yeah, just keeping them active like that. That's the main thing, JT. Like you said, keeping them active.
Maybe a flirt pole or something like that.
Yeah, you got it going on. Hunt the hell out of them.
Yeah, good flirt pole and hang
as much as we can down here, but we mostly hunt public land, and we got a few spots that we got like deer leases that we're getting permission to go on here and there. But we're still in the scramble for some big pieces. But during the deer season, we pound the public land pretty hard.
Yeah.
You got the right kind of dogs for that kind of hunting.
Yeah, ain't no doubt.
How old are you?
I'm only 23.
Oh, shit, boy.
Yeah.
Hell.
You can walk 37 miles.
Yes, sir.
I got girls that's been mad at me for 23 years.
Hell, I'm married to one that's been mad at me for 23 years yet.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Said you tired of being bullied, you get them kiss her good morning every day.
That's it. That's right.
My bully.
That's it. But I mean, as long as you're happy with them dogs, and here's the thing, we say that to everybody in a way. to try not to be, we don't want to offend nobody and all that. No, not really. We don't give a shit for hurt your feelings. But to be honest, if you're catching hogs with them consistently, then you're on the right track, man. I mean, you got the hard part whooped. Now it's just the more that you hunt, the more you're going to learn.
Yes, sir.
And that just comes with time. That just comes with age. The more you hunt, the more you're going to learn.
100%.
Drake Boykin bought 3 puppies from me, and it was 5 o'clock in the evening, just got through raining. I said, let's go down in the bottom and see what we can do. And we just put them kind of ahead of the pool for the buggy there, and went and got back up to the house about an hour later. Kevin said, what was y'all doing? I said, coon hunting. I didn't know we was coon hunting until we got down there and treed 4 coon.
That's it.
That's what I'm talking about.
We come back up and, well, y'all been doing coon hunting.
Everybody loves a good old meat dog.
It's all about perspective.
Yep.
They're starting to do better. I jumped a deer today, and it only one really hung it. The rest of them went about 100 yards. You come back, I was like, well, this is kind of disappointment. November's coming. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
Right.
That was kind of disappointing.
I think a lot of people get scared of that when they try to keep them off a certain game. I think they get scared that their dog's they're gonna be hog hunting and their dog's gonna run a deer or it's gonna tree a coon. Well, I mean, Nate's got a damn little camera curve. He was running a hog and a squirrel ran in front of him. He literally turned his head, ran right to the tree, circled around it, and then went right back to the hog. He never stopped. You know what I'm saying? He's just he's not even 2 years old. They'll straighten it out. They'll straighten it out themselves.
Your bulldog crosses, do they tree any or just straight hogs?
No, they don't tree. I kind of, I'll be honest with you, I kind of screwed them up when they were younger.
You can do it. It's easy to do.
My brother's, he'll run whatever if there's no pigs there, but he's mainly pigs. He likes pig.
Yeah.
My dog, he don't really trash much. He just pretty much runs hogs. But when he was a pup, my buddy had a dog, and they went out to treat a bear. And I gave the fire to him because we can't hunt bears down here in Florida.
Oh yeah.
But then I didn't realize what I was doing. I kind of took some of that out of him.
You seen when you shocked him, it messed him up a little bit, didn't it?
Oh yeah, I knew I messed up as soon as I did.
Yeah. Shocking him after 3 or 4 years old, though, I mean, it's okay. But anything like, I think, what do you think, Joey?
I mean, he was 8 months old. I knew I messed up.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. We don't. I'm one of those. I just don't hardly ever use any electricity, even on older dogs, unless they just, unless it's just a stupid situation and they're acting crazy, and that happens. But on anything under 2 years old, 2 or 3 years old, I don't really see them needing doing it.
Now, look now. I'm going to be honest with y'all. You put me up somewhere for a couple of weeks, feed me real good, plenty of sweet tea, and don't let me out very much. Hey, you take me to town, I'll go early myself.
That's right.
You feel me? You see what I'm going with that? I don't want to be bad, but I will trash for a minute.
That's right. Like I said, they'll get it figured out.
I figured that part out the hard way. You got to let them trash when they're young.
You just let them and you try to set them up for success,
Yes, sir.
You're on the right track. I know that's a fact.
We getting there.
That's what you get from listening to Dixie Dogger's podcast.
Man, y'all taught me so much, and I can't thank y'all enough. And there were so many things I was questioning myself about, and I just didn't know. I didn't have no one to ask about it.
That's been the best thing for this. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, y'all helped. I was saying y'all helped me out a lot. I'm struggling with figuring things out a little bit.
Well,
I'm 51 and still struggling.
And that's the thing is, like, now don't get me wrong, I catch shit all the time from guys who've been hunting as longer than me, and they're like, man, y'all talk about all this shit everybody already knows. I said, no, not everybody knows this. I said that's where you're wrong. I said, and the reason people don't know it is because of guys that are closed-minded. They don't want to help the new guy. They don't want to give him a chance. They don't want to get him set up with a good dog. They don't want to help him get no property. They don't want to let him come hunting because they're younger or because they don't know what they're doing. And I kept getting a lot of calls and text messages, and people would ask me questions, and I would try to help them. And this is the best platform. I figured it. Nate's the one that come up with it. He was like, well, we can reach more people. And about 75% of the people that have contacted us have been people like yourself who didn't have anybody to help them. And then with us getting guys like Pat and Jake and the numerous dog people that we get on here, they all got something to throw in the pot. So, I mean, you're getting the best knowledge in the world from all these folks.
I look forward to y'all's episodes coming out every week. I listen to all, man.
We appreciate the hell out of that.
Yeah, we do. I appreciate that because all I ever get is hate mail.
Nah, man, I'm a big fan of everything y'all got going on, everything y'all are doing. And like I said, where I hunt down here, I'm from in the Ocala National Forest, and it's all deer dog, and that's what everyone's about. And I grew up around deer dogs and stuff, and my dad had them when I was younger. And we always hunted even when we didn't have hunt dogs. But it's just no one really gives a shit about hog dogs around here because there's not that many pigs.
Yeah.
So no one really gives a shit about it, you know.
It's like that in most places. You know, but like I said, man, we do appreciate it. Is there anything else you wanted to ask or add?
No, man, y'all covered it. I appreciate everything, man.
All right, my brother. We got a couple more guys that's going to call in, and we're going to try to get to them and give everybody enough time to get their questions in. But, man, we do appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll see you, JT.
Thank you, JT.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Let me see if he. All right, Pat. I still got you?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't hang you up. I did good on that.
Not this time.
I did good on. Well, I'm letting them hang up now instead of me hanging up is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Damn. About to choke.
He seems like a good kid.
Yes. He does.
Set of dogs, too.
Well, when you ain't got nobody to teach you and you don't really know anybody that's doing it, my hat's off to them, you know, for just jumping in there and doing it.
See, you know, when I shouldn't say this on here, but I'm going to say it anyway. When I got kicked off of that hunting lease over there, whatever, they got a program implemented now where you can only kill a deer to a member because they're trying to get their numbers back up.
Yeah. Well,
I ain't gonna say I did nothing.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I'm gonna say the guy that bred that Indian Bolio dog to that field trial July.
Yeah. Put some ketchup in there.
You ever heard a Chihuahua run a deer? That's what they sound like.
Yeah, just screaming, huh?
Yeah, if they was gentle, I would have put a bell around their neck. But I couldn't catch them so much it bite you.
Oh, hell.
But if you could break a toe, they stretched. They quit. They didn't bark. Very seldom did they bark. If you ever heard a squeak, you better cock the hammer. And buckshot did you no good because you couldn't swing fast enough through him to get it. 1,350 feet a second wasn't enough.
Yeah.
They was more actually looking at it. Ask Gene Reynolds. Put it up in the truck with us.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pushing it on down the road.
Yeah, he said, what we gonna do now? I said, Gene, we're gonna get us some. It's the juice. I hit the fucking gas with a leg open.
Oh, hell.
We're gonna get on. Say, run.
Yeah, we're gonna get on out of here. That's
Yeah.
it. Let me see if this other guy right here is ready. All right, he said he's ready too. This is Michael Smith. You remember Braxton from Arkansas?
Yeah.
All right, this Michael was with him at the first Uncle Earl's. We're gonna give him a call. See if I can get all this right.
Hello.
Good. Hey, buddy, you there? All right, everybody there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Pat, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Well, Michael, there's Uncle Pat. He's on the line. You go ahead and ask him whatever you need to ask him within legal means, legal questions. No,
never mind. Never mind.
wrong episode.
You got any illegal questions?
Well, if y'all had called about 5 minutes ago, I had a little race with this little 4L kennel dog running around. It's got my wife's dog bait in the front yard right now.
Oh,
I thought you had one of them puppies.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I got that little saddleback gimp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was baiting the neighbor's cow the other day. She was giving that bull hell. But no, there's a couple things, and I know a lot of people don't really touch on them. But as far as, like right now, we're in the heat of the summer. And, it's getting to the end. There's a lot of people down here in Southeast Texas where I'm at, it's about to the point to where you're not going to be able to run dogs anymore because deer season's, right around the corner. And one thing is how to keep the dogs in shape in the off season when they're on chains and in kennels and you can't really turn them loose. Because, when the end of season is over and you get to start running dogs again, some people, they show up the first hunt and the dogs are kind of fat and out of shape. And I was wondering if you had a few tricks or tips to keep them in shape. That way you don't have to worry about getting them in shape when it's time to go again.
Well, look, it's, yeah, you can get them in shape, but it's a lot of work. Like me, I got a little scale with a bowl that sits on top of it. And like, if you really wanted to weigh your dog every day for a week and just like get the feed exactly right. A dog really don't have to have a lot of feed if it's good feed, the way their metabolism is. And you keep that, and you learn to keep that dog at a certain weight. It's what we call off the chain. Joy will agree with me on that.
Yes, sir.
On what we would call off the chain, say 44 pounds off the chain, conditioned at 42.
Yes.
You should never have to move no more than 2 pounds. Like if you really want to get down to like the nut cutting on it, and just get that diet right, and feed him like an athlete. Like if I was going to eat some kibble, I would mix a little bit of bran flakes with it, and a little, like a quarter cup of mustard greens out of a can with the juice off of it. And that's just to get the texture to hold in the belly a little longer. And it's going to get that gut fat out of him. He can be kind of fat over the hips, and that fat don't matter. We touched on this earlier. It's that gut fat that don't let the lungs fully expand to draw in the oxygen to deliver the red blood cell to the muscle. So it's just several things you can do. I see a lot of people's got dog walkers. They using the treadmills and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I would be able to be cat. I like a cat meal. I don't know why they call it a cat meal. I never seen a cat on one. I used a coon, but I guess it'd be called a coon meal. I don't know, but if you could do that, but you got to watch that. That'll make us. That could run a shoulder if you ain't careful. You don't.
Yeah.
Like you got to pay really close attention. But to get a dog in shape, a brisk walk is all they really need. They don't need that running wide open. Like hand walking with that long rope or a piece of something light like mule tape. Swimming them.
Swimming, yeah, definitely swimming.
I don't know. That's probably optimum. Swimming them because of the impact on the joints. And fish oil in the food for the, hydrating the joints.
Yep.
Just a vitamin every day. Like making sure he's got all of his, whatever that's antioxidants.
Mm-hmm.
A teaspoon of local honey on the, it's got to be local honey.
Local honey, yes.
Hey, look, you want your dog to take a 14-hour track? Make sure his sinuses is clear.
Mm-hmm.
Honey from your local, to keep you. I don't know how to say it.
Just regular raw honey?
I just know it works.
Well, what he's saying is it's the
local honey is made from local pollen.
Yeah, it's like allergy. It's like a local allergy, okay, or allergen.
It's going to give you some allergen resistance.
Exactly. All the receptors in the nose will swell. It's just like when we get a sinus infection. A dog's nose works different than ours. We pull air in both nostrils straight up through our sinuses. A dog pulls it in one side, it goes around and comes back like an exhaust. And they can break down these particles in there through all their receptors. And so when those receptors are moist, they can pick up better. So that's why you'll see some guys there, if it's dry outside, take and wet that dog's nose a little bit. Let him drink water. Take and wet his nose. He'll pick up good. But with the local honey, what Pat's saying, though, is that keeps that swelling down on any of those receptors. In case it helps. I don't know if there's any other scientific reason, but from dog man reasoning, from what I've always been told and from what he's been told, it works.
It'll get him. It will allow him to get that head up. Mm-hmm. If he can run with his head up, I mean, put your head down and try to run through the woods. It's not going to be very effective. But if he can get his head up where he can go over a lot of stuff instead of through it, well, you're gonna have a lot more caught hogs or deer.
That's about the only way you can catch a hog down here, because these some guns down here run. If you got a dog that just predominantly a track dog that wants to run that track the whole time, you may catch him after you wear him down. But them dogs that pick their head up and just wind him and go on after him, that's usually the shorter race.
The pup you got for me, how does she travel? With her head up?
90 miles an hour with her head up, barking.
Yeah.
I'll send you a video here in a little bit. It was funny. She was chasing this little dog around. All right. The second question was, I know people deal with it, but I've never heard anybody talk about it. So in the summertime, it's hot, it's muggy and everything. And so you got dogs on a chain, and some dogs seem like you can try different collars, a leather collar, neoprene collar, and those indestructible collars, what I call them, the seatbelt material.
Yeah.
Some dogs' neck will start breaking out with certain collars. And I was wondering if y'all have ever dealt with that, and how do you troubleshoot which collar suits the dog? And, what can you do to help that process? I've been using like the, what is that stuff from Avon? Skin So Soft.
Yeah.
And taking the collar completely off, putting them in a kennel. But I was just wondering if y'all have dealt with that and how you, managed it.
You might put a little new stock on him, like some kind of sulfidine or something like that.
Yeah. We use Spurs Big Fix.
Yeah.
Now it started out, it was more for horses and livestock. It's an antiseptic spray, but new stock is about the same kind of deal. Anything like that, that'll work for those irritations like that. But is it all your dogs or one dog or? No,
it's just one. It's one Jip in particular. And I put her in the kennel, got it cleared up, and I tried a different collar because I like rotating my dogs. My buddies make fun of me because I used to have those roosters, and, it seems like they're more active when you give them some new real estate. So I'll move them from kennel to chain spot and runner. And I got, a tire I'll hang from a tree and let them swing that around and just kind of keep them occupied, keep their brain working. Yeah. But it cleared all the way up. And she had a leather collar, so I took and put a neoprene collar. She didn't like that. So then I put that indestructible collar on her, and so far it's not as bad, but it's still, what it is she's a crackhead. She runs all day long, and she's got that collar pulling against that neck. I mean, you can come out here at 2 o'clock in the morning, and she's running circles. All right,
this is what, in that situation there, get you a ring, like a 2.5 or 3-inch ring. Run your collar through it and clip your chain to the ring, not to the collar itself.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm talking about? Because, like, you know what I'm talking about, Pat? Old bulldog setup.
Yeah.
And instead of having your clip directly to the collar where it's pulling,
it won't pinch.
It won't pinch on her. If you put that ring where it slides all the way around her collar, it's got some travel to it.
I got you. So it's constantly moving around, not staying in one spot.
That's right. There you go.
That's right.
Okay. I got one of those rings in the house. Matter of fact, I'll try that.
If it works, I'm not saying it'll fix it 100% because it might not, but that's what it sounds like to me. Is if she's moving that much, it's more along the line of just friction irritation.
That and it could be like an allergy.
Yeah. There's no doubt. Like I said, if
a little bit of treacle might fix it.
Yeah, it very well could if it's that.
Well, hell, her brother and my brother's got a gyp and a male out of the same litter, and they don't have that problem. It's just this one. But mine is a lot more active. His will kind of chill out a little bit. You know, if this one, she's barking right now. She's always 440.
Try that Benadryl like Pat's talking about. Try that for a couple of days and see if it clears up, or a little new stock. And if it clears up, then you know, hey, no harm, no foul. But if it don't, then try that ring on her, or try all of it. Hell, it ain't gonna hurt.
Hey, I'm about to throw the kitchen sink at her because I'm about tired of seeing that. You know, I got it healed up and then it barely broke back out. But now I'm watching for it so I don't let it get bad. I just throw her a butt in the kennel. But I actually got the wife defrosting some weenies we keep in the freezer for, you know, giving medication to the puppies and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I'm about to try that. But hopefully we'll get her figured out.
I probably shouldn't say this like this, but I'm finna do anyway. If you ain't never played with another man's kid just so you can fool with his mama when he goes to sleep, you don't understand how Benadryl works.
That's back before melatonin come out.
Yeah. It is going to calm her down. I don't know if it'll cure the allergy or not, but it'll slow her down enough that she won't be raping.
Yeah, right.
Is that bad wrong? I mean, I think they tried to come out with some dog feed with some THC levels in it. I'm not for sure how that worked out. I never did follow up on it.
I didn't.
But like a calming effect.
Now that Mr. Paul Greenwood had a spray, and
yes,
and we put it on a dog, and you couldn't even. It was a little patterdale. That sumbitch was insane. You couldn't get close to it or touch it. It'd eat you up. Paul he told me, he said, if you can get it held still long enough. So I walked the little chain down, and, you know, I did it the manual way, and we held him down. And Paul took that and rubbed it on it, and it literally, in 10 minutes, you could go over there and pet that dog. It worked. Now, I don't even know what the hell it was, but it was something to do with THC.
Yeah.
I need some of that for his gyp.
Yeah.
Yeah, they experimenting with the dog feed. Ask Jake. That's something we can ask Jake for the next one.
That's right.
They're talking about that.
Well, we can send you some other THC, and you can give it a try.
Couple of them.
I've had impeccable results working with dogs.
One for the dog, one for me. One for the dog, one for me.
That's it.
That man said, "You gonna give that dog that shot?" I said, "Hell with that dog." But it was really to the dog. It was Dex because he had been cut.
Yeah.
He thought I was giving him a heavy. I said, there was something there to have him up. I'd give it to myself. To hell with that dog.
That's right.
But he looked at me funny and walked out over there. Doctor's my dog.
Well, Michael,
people take you so serious when you say
they think it's. I mean, they freak out over it. You can see it in their face. They're just like, "Oh my God, is he for real?" Which
completely flabbergasted.
Yes, flabbergastation.
So you liking the puppy you got from me?
Oh yes, sir. She's a handful, but what I'm worried about is it's going to be soon. I'm gonna have to pin her little ass up so I don't get in trouble because I got 5 acres, but I got about a quarter-mile driveway to the highway. And she is already rambling. I mean, the other puppies will be around in the front yard kind of staying local, and I'll have to go look for her. She'll be at the neighbors. She'll be across the pasture, and she goes in the woods back behind my house. She's always checking shit out, you know.
Well, that's what you want to hear, ain't it, Pat?
Well, that's what they're supposed to do.
I found out today she's going to be open, though. I got tickled. She was out here chasing them other puppies. They was running from her. And she was hitting them in the ass. They'd spin around and she'd go the other way. They'd start chasing her and back and forth. It's never ending.
Really?
She may not bark. She may not bark on the hog track, though.
Yeah, I was thinking saying you can't never tell.
Because all of mine bark on a deer, and when I run a hog, they completely silent. Makes me so damn mad. I can't keep up with them. Because I don't run no collars on them. They're not good enough to put a collar on. But that's not her mom and daddy. I'm not talking about her mom and daddy. If they go out, they got collars on, but never take them anymore.
Well, I was telling my wife, I said, I got to think of some questions to ask Uncle Pat. And I started talking about the collar. I said, shit, he ain't going to be able to answer that. He don't even have collars on his dogs.
I think my drive's still in the edge truck. I never got it. I got the watch and everything. I don't know how to use it, but I got it.
That's funny as hell. He's like, I got all this shit. I don't know how to use it though.
I don't really
I
care.
used to be that way. I mean, I've learned how to use a lot of Nathan's taught me a lot of this stuff. I don't know how to use it.
But just dealing with that puppy, what are they now? About 4 months old?
Yeah, she's right at 4 months old.
Yeah, I should probably write that down like we talked earlier. But to run them kind of dogs, look, it ain't just me that runs them kind of dogs. It's a lot of people. I mean, my dogs ain't no better than nobody else's, but to run them halves and quarters like that, you got to go to church more often. You got to be close to the Lord because you're going to get in situations like she's already over aggravating the neighbor's bull already, so you're going to deal with people a lot more because you're going to cover so much ground.
Yes, our yard is predominantly hound. I actually started trying to go more to the cur side. Oh yeah, oh man. The other morning, me and a buddy went. We turned loose at 9 o'clock. I picked my dogs up at 6 o'clock in the corner of a cow pasture. Caught them just in time, and which I don't know if they'll mess with a cow, but I'm not saying they won't either because they wired a little hot.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have one that wouldn't.
Right. I don't have another question, but there was one thing I looked at. I was going to ask y'all about. Have y'all ever dealt with that Conserve SC? For fleas? I heard it on the Houndsman XP dogcast or podcast. So you take and put it in their mouth orally, and it's supposed to take care of the fleas. It's made by Dow Chemical. It's like something they fermented up out of natural plants and whatnot.
Now, what's it called?
It's called Conserve.
There's a lot of
SC.
stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that, Michael. I'll be honest, I don't keep up with a whole bunch of that. I have just a few things that I like that work. I don't like a lot of chemicals.
I haven't sprayed chemicals one time.
I was going to say we don't really deal with much of that.
Keep it super
simple.
Yeah, super simple. Grass cut, dirt clean, diatomaceous earth.
Diatomaceous earth. Yeah. You can use cedar oil, tea tree oil.
Cedar shavings help.
I tell you something else that works like a champ. Pine salt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pine. Yeah. Anything that'll break the bubble. A flea has an oil bubble on it, and if you break the oil on it, it's gonna die. That's all you got to do. Now to keep the dogs from getting fleas, you need to have your yard took care of. Is the main thing.
Yeah. Just make the habitat not suitable for them. Now, if you got dogs, and the more dogs you have, the more likely it is to have fleas. Like right now. I was checking the yard. I want to say it was Tuesday, and 2 out of the 50 had fleas. Mm-hmm. But the other ones 4 foot from him didn't have any fleas for whatever reason. But just these two random
just right there in that location
just had fleas. So take doghouse, swap doghouse out, make sure everything's raked, and coat them down, and spread some diatomaceous earth, and
they'll be ready to go.
Yeah. Do it again in 7 days, because usually if they have fleas for more than a day or two, they're going to lay eggs. Anywhere from 7 to 10 days, typically the flea eggs is going to hatch. So,
we just, like I said, we don't deal with a whole lot of stuff with chemicals on that. I don't know if Pat does. Pat, you deal with a lot of
I don't put nothing on these bastards. I run them.
That's it. The fleas will fall off them some bitches you run them.
So last summer I did heavy chemicals. I was spraying 15% permethrin every 2 weeks. Yeah. They was getting a 30-day flea pill the first every month, and I've had less fleas this year than I did last year.
Well, we did that a couple of years ago. We didn't use hardly any kind of chemicals or sprays or anything, and we didn't have any fleas. And listen to this, it's been several years. That's when I done the pine salt. It's been a long time ago. Anyway, so we got the dog out of the dog box, and this bitch was covered in fleas.
Yeah. And
I got to noticing when I got the dog out of the dog box, it'd be full of fleas. Hell, there was no fleas in the yard on any of the other dogs, none of their chain spots. I went back and they were in the wood inside the metal skin on that dog box. The fleas were in the dog box. It's the only place it was. Once I got rid of that, soaked that dog box down, I think I wound up burning that dog box, actually. Yeah, I did. I sure did. I wound up burning that damn dog box It was one of those that had the aircraft aluminum on it and was, treated plywood. It had the aluminum skin on it. And we wound up burning that damn dog box because it was full of fleas. I couldn't figure out where the fleas were coming from. All week, the dog would be at the house. We'd load up to go hunting. There wouldn't be a flea on the dog. We'd get back from hunting. It'd be covered in fleas. So always kind of, that's something keep in the back of your mind too.
I throw Ivermectin pour-on them when I work the cows.
Mm-hmm.
Or side hecting.
You like that pour-on pretty good, Pat?
They knock the fleas, ticks off.
That's what we use.
Any kind of parasite.
Yeah. We use
now,
it for...
Y'all be careful. Y'all kill a bunch of dogs with that. You gotta really be paying attention. But hell, I probably ain't wormed these dogs since February or March, since before Uncle Earl's.
Well, that's what we use on that pour-on. That's probably the only chemical that we really use.
And that's probably what's knocked a lot of your fleas off.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you got as many dogs as you got, you need something like that.
Well, I mean, we use it for like a check wormer as well. But like Pat said, it knocks everything down. Skin irritation, all kinds of stuff.
And it can't be that harmful for you. I got it in my eyes, in my ear. These old bad bummer cows, so they trying to use up.
I gave myself about 5,000 pounds worth one day. I was trying to get I was trying to get it off the top of a kennel. And when I grabbed it, because I had the lid off, and I caught that son of a gun upside down in front of my face.
Oh, God.
And it poured on my chin and ran on down. And I took my shirt off, and I was like, I feel kind of greasy.
I tell you what else it'll do. It'll knock the enamel off your teeth if you try to take it orally.
Yeah, you got to squirt it in the back of your mouth. It'll rot your teeth out like a crackhead.
It knocked the enamel off, and I know that for a fact. Everybody was talking about that COVID. I woke up one day, I felt like dog shit. I said, I'm not having this. We was talking about having Ivermectin. I said, well, I got that pour on. I said, well, hell, I'll just get a little bit in that syringe, And when I did, dude, that was the roughest shit I've ever done. I'm talking about it was rough. Don't do that. Don't ever do that, guys.
That's not doctor recommended, and that's damn sure not hillbilly recommended.
That ain't veterinarian recommended either, boys.
That's just not recommended.
But I tell you, I did not get sick. I do know that. Just saying. It could have been.
And you didn't have no fleas either.
No, hell no. All the fleas was dead on me. Like they died instantly. So, but no, that's a. I wish I knew more about some of those products. I need to really research on it. Hell, call Chris and them up there at Houndsman XP.
I'll call Ed. I'll call Ed.
Yeah, I was thinking to say, Ed will damn sure know. I guarantee you, Ed's going to, if it's something that can be utilized and works good, Ed's going to know what it is. He's going to research it.
He's not much on chemicals either. He's old school.
Well, do yourself a favor and listen to the episodes Caring for Your Hounds on a Budget 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And they cover all the cross medications that you can use, like say it's for fish or for cows and, goats and all that.
Oh, yeah.
That's where they were talking about that Conserve SC, and he was saying they used everything and was battling fleas and couldn't get rid of them. Yeah. And you take his stuff and give it to them orally, and he said it got to the point where you could give it to them once or twice a year, and they never seen no fleas on their dogs. And that had me kind of interested.
Yeah,
because,
it's pretty good stuff.
You go hunting with somebody, and then, you got your dog in their dog box. They picked them up over here, whatever, and then you may not have fleas, but you might by the end of the hunt.
Exactly. It also depends on just how much moisture you have.
Yeah.
Because, like, here where we live, we have fleas year-round. Yeah.
And worms, too.
We have very bad flea and worm problems. We always have. We had that issue when we had 6 dogs.
Everybody has it.
Yes.
Here, I guarantee we sell out a wormer every time. I don't care how much we get, we'll sell out within the first week.
And it stays wet down here too. That's why I was going to ask you earlier when you said only 2 dogs on the yard had the fleas. I was going to ask if it was like at a low spot or something where there's a little bit more moisture. It kind of hangs out.
Yeah. I mean, this is just in the dog yard where the chains are.
Yeah,
one was on one side, one was on the other. And the biggest thing is when you see your dog have a flea infestation, give the motherfucker a flea bath.
Yeah. Get rid of him.
Oh, yeah.
Coat him down in soap.
Dishwashing liquid.
Yeah. In my experience, it could be any kind of soap as long as you just coat him.
Yeah.
And just suffocate those fleas.
I was going to say, you just got to break that. Well, a lot of people, they see a few fleas and it ain't no big deal. No, that's an infestation.
Yeah.
If you see 3 fleas on him, get on it right then because it just gets worse.
Just give him a bath.
It just gets worse. So, well, I mean, maybe that helped you some. I don't know. It probably didn't help you worth the shit with the flea stuff, but.
Oh, hey, look, when I get ready to give these a bath over here, I'm going to call y'all to come help me.
You call Nathan. Nathan's a flea bather.
Hey, I'll do anything for money.
I can shoot them with this dart gun just to catch them.
They say you better get a catch pole or a damn net.
I got a bunch of footholds. I caught some a month ago like that.
Yeah, he's done got into this damn. We got some damn red bone and Catahoula crosses and all this. He had to get a damn 1.5 coon trap to catch it, some bitch.
Just catch him on the toes. Go
just
over
catch
there.
him on the toes.
I ain't got a lasso. I don't know how to throw one, so I just catch him.
He does what he knows how to do. So
loop it with a leash and hold it down. I hope it don't bite me too much.
But I tell you one thing: them dogs, if they see anything, they slide all 4 feet. That tail's curled up almost to the top of their head, and they are baying.
Well, they're on a tie out now because I had them in a kennel. They got out of the kennel, and when I found them, they was barking at the pigs in the pen. So I was like,
dang, send me one of them.
Oh, these are your style. They feral.
They weren't in the pen, but they standing outside of it looking at them barking, and that's good enough for me. They're 7 months old, so I was like, all right.
They ain't even that old, are
they? They're 7 months.
They old? Yeah. Well, they about right then. They getting there anyway.
I can walk both of them on lead now. The second one don't really like it, but
hell, I don't like to be told what to do either.
Hey, I understand. I ain't mad at him.
All right. Well, Michael, has that got your questions and stuff answered for you, Bubba?
Yes, sir. I was just trying to think of something that you haven't covered because you cover so much. And I was listening to all the podcasts. So I drive an hour and a half each way to work. So I listen to a lot of that. And I was just trying to, help the listeners try to find something that hasn't been covered and something that a lot of people don't want to talk about, So I was trying to put some new stuff on there. But
I got you.
I'll keep thinking. It was kind of, spur of the moment. I told my wife, I said, shit, I'm nervous. It's like going on a first date.
Oh, well, I mean, we put out, though.
Out on the first date.
Pat done said it, too. We put
out on the first date.
Well, man, we appreciate you calling in, and thank you for
Michael.
listening for sure.
Yes, sir. Y'all keep them coming.
All right, my brother. Y'all be good. Thank you, man. See you.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Let's see if I can do this without. There we go. Still there?
Yeah.
All right. We did good on that one, too, so that's good.
Professional phone handler.
This ain't,
Now,
what is this, our second or third time to do it?
I think it's a third one. Ain't it? Yeah.
This is going pretty good if we could get people to call in. Older guys like Michael, y'all already know. Call in anyway, get our answer.
That's right.
And then give us your perspective. Because even though you, like Joey said a while ago, everybody already knows it. No, everybody don't.
That's right.
What's common knowledge to you might not be to someone else.
That's exactly right.
Common knowledge, like Pat says, it's about perspective.
I didn't realize there was that. I mean, and I'll be honest, the surge in the young people that are running dogs has a lot to do with social media and the way the world works now. So a lot of these cats, it wouldn't like they're not from hunting stock like we are.
They seen the cream of the milk. They don't understand nothing about the curds of the milk itself.
All they know is like, I want to do that.
Big pig at the end of the race.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
I get it. It's awesome.
And so, like I said, with putting ourselves out here like that, we're going to take backlash from some of the people. Like Pat said, you're going to have some haters. And then
the devil got to be somewhere. The devil got to be somewhere.
No, you're right. And that's the truth about it. I've seen several different posts where people want controversy. Controversy sells. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't understand why everybody wants a damn fight all the time.
We definitely controversial.
Yeah.
But we're not going to disagree with your perspective because you may have seen something I ain't never saw.
That's the part about being open-minded. That's like, like you and Randy carry on a lot, and there's other people from their perspective, they see it as it's a controversial, it's y'all got an argument going on. But from my perspective, because I know y'all and I know something different than they know, I know it's just two guys going at each other having a good time.
Yeah, Randy got beside himself because I said something about the cameras.
Yeah.
But I was in my mind, I was paying him a compliment.
Yeah. But you just said it in a different way from his perspective.
For being so quick to catch on and to utilize the cameras to catch such a big hog.
But from his perspective, he said, Pat giving me a hard time because I used the damn cameras.
No, I was bragging on him.
Oh, but Yeah, but that's the thing about it though, is being able to see that and to talk and to still have a relationship. I mean, he ain't mad at you and be like, well, I ain't talking to him no more, and you ain't mad at him, is what I'm saying. Y'all can, y'all can have a different perspective, different point of view. Hey, you can totally disagree, but still talk and still have a relationship like that. It don't have to be the end of the world.
Without being able to see our body language, it's 50 or 60% is body language when you're talking. So agree. all y'all are getting is 40% tone and rhetoric.
Yep.
Without the body language, you don't see us smiling when we saying something, so you don't really, you think I'm really being conceited, but that's why I always post my little videos on there. It's just, look, if you post something on Facebook and I'm scrolling a big hog, I don't even know who you are, big hog, whatever, I'm hearting it.
Yeah. You
got a show called, I'm hearting it.
That's right.
Your lady's in the picture, I'm hearting it and hearting it.
That's it.
You sure I'm going there?
I know. If a guy's sister's in there, you'll like that one too.
Let's don't talk about that right now. Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
But
I'm still brokenhearted.
Oh Lord! But being able to have that conversation and actual face to face is the best. But like you said, just from a text or a post, I took something the wrong way a few weeks ago with Alex from the Best Camo, and I called it out and I said that. But me and him, we talked on the phone right after that, and it wasn't nothing like that. I took it out of context, from what he told me, and that's what he told me. He said I wasn't even talking about you, and I told him, I said, well, man, I apologize if it came off the wrong way. I said, I've tried to be respectful, but that's also when two people get on the phone and talk with each other instead of back and forth writing a bunch of words out, because like you said, you only get 40% at the most when you do it like that. And so
here's our Bible lesson for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you agree to catch game, you got to stay on track?
Yes.
The devil's deal is to get us off a track, like to get us sideways, to get us, what's the word for it? I can't think right now. Confused, disoriented, to get us off track. So to keep hounds on track, we got to stay on track. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And this is where I'm going with this: patience. We need to have patience with our dogs, but we also need to be patient with each other.
Without a doubt.
I understand. I ain't gonna say nobody's name, but Rodney Bell brought a jip in heat.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about this every podcast.
Yeah.
But as you see, I was just patient with him. He didn't know. I promise you, he didn't know.
Without a doubt.
He did know. But anybody else, he would have drawn anybody else. It could have been bad.
That's right.
But I was patient. Patient with him. So going back to this guy that tried to say I lied about something, I didn't lie. I said what I thought the man said.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
That's right.
But instead of being patient with me and asking me on the flip, on the phone, is he going to call blah me out?
Mm-hmm.
But he's under a rock right now. He ain't coming up here hog hunting no more.
and like you said, that's the thing. If you what you just said to me is probably one of the most clear things. Like, I didn't lie about nothing. I was wrong. I was wrong in what I said. Yeah, I was wrong in what I said, or I put it together the wrong way, or I said it the wrong way. And and we're gonna deal with it. We're gonna deal with that, especially hog hunting. All of us are a little bit different crowd, We're a little rough around the edges. Some of us are rougher than others. But at the same time, all of us are passionate about stuff, and seems like we all take shit the wrong way, especially on social media.
My God, my dogs is the best.
Yeah.
And one I don't know yet. I don't know what they're running yet, but I'll tell you when we get it caught.
There you go.
But it's all about patience and perspective.
Yep. But having these guys call in from other states, all across the country, and say, "Hey, I'm listening to every word that y'all are telling me." So that means that they're not just listening to the podcast. They're watching Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all these other things. So they're paying attention. And I don't mean like just listening to me. I'm talking about to other hog hunters in general. Yeah. So, it's like having a little kid over there that's learning how to cuss. There's a time to do it and a time not to do it. And so that's one thing right there. I think we all need to really watch on that is a little more, is kind of, because we don't even realize that we're doing that because we don't see it.
We're just being patient, like the little kid on there earlier. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't call him a kid. He said he was 23. That's a kid to me.
Yeah, he's a young man. Yeah.
But he already realizes he was impatient, and he shocked his dog at 8 months old. Yep. Now he wished he wouldn't have, because he's seen by the very next hunt, he had seen a different dog, a less than dog.
Yep. That's right.
Well, you know how many old people that don't know that?
Oh, yeah, a bunch.
They don't catch that?
A bunch.
But because he had listened to one of our retarded asses, it resonated with him.
That's right. And that's like Michael just sitting there talking about listening to Houndsman XP podcast. He's put another product in our ears. And like I said, I've heard of it, but I'm not familiar with it. I couldn't say I don't know nothing about it. So it's a circle, and everybody can learn something from each other, and we can all utilize that and work and network better. It ain't got to be. It's always going to be a competition. Don't get me wrong. It's always a competition, but we don't have to be better. Try to be better than the next man, or think that we're better than the next man. We're all playing the same game. We're all here for the same reason.
In competition with myself.
That's it. I was going to say, it's always a competition with me. And I'm not trying to beat, like you said, I guess I'm trying to beat what I've already done. That's my goal every time.
I heard somebody talk about it like, well, everybody thinks we're running the same race. We're all running our own races. I hope you win yours today, brother.
You took the words out of my mouth, what I was fixing to say. Our own personal leg of the race. Mm-hmm. Of the race. It's a relay, guys. It's a relay. We all running the same race, but we're running it in different places. Does that make sense?
Yes, without a doubt.
So my leg is different from your leg, and their leg is different. But if Ed Barnes speaks, I'm listening because he don't talk a whole lot.
That's right.
Usually if somebody don't talk a whole lot, when they speak, I listen because it's something that's really been bothering them, or they wouldn't be saying it.
That's exactly right.
Me, I talk all the time, but I talk in riddles because the old dog men taught me to talk in riddles and they left it for us to figure out.
It's your perception.
They didn't. Yeah, that's right.
What are you taking from it? Yep. What are you taking from it? Because like you said, if we're talking about saying, hey, I don't like using electricity on a dog that's, until they're 3 years old. Most people are going to be like, oh, so he don't start trash breaking or doing none of that. That don't have nothing to do with that. It's each person has their own perspective of it. And like you and I, a dog's going to straighten itself out way better than we can straighten it out. I feel personally.
Oh, man, look.
And we can't teach them how to hunt. I can't teach that dog how to hunt. I can guide it to where I want it to go. But at the same time, what am I taking away from it when I do that?
Hey, look, the government chained me to the floor for over 2 weeks. You know what I did as soon as I got out? The same damn things I was doing before they did it. It didn't teach me nothing. But 51 years, coming 52, I've straightened myself out. Mm-hmm. Only because I look in the mirror every morning and realize I need to do better.
That's right.
I wish I was more patient with myself. If
Lord, yes.
if I was as patient with a woman as I was these dogs,
Oh man,
I never would have a minute's trouble.
You said it right there, brother. You said it.
But damn, they ought to know better.
Yes, I agree.
No, I ought to know better. I ought to know better. Ladies, don't put the women's limb on me.
That's right.
I think y'all ought to be equal. You ought to be knocked down a notch or two.
That's right. But you know, like I said, if we could all, and I know we're beating a damn dead horse here, preaching this unity and all that. We ain't got to hold hands all the damn time, but we can take a second and pay attention to what we're putting out.
It's going back to the Bible lesson. It boils down to patience. Let's just be patient with each other, and when somebody says something retarded,
You got Rusty on?
I guess from now on we need to listen to understand and not to respond. Wait till the next day to respond.
That's
and if
right.
it's still worth responding to, then go ahead and respond, but do it in the flip and not in the spotlight, I guess.
That's right.
And that's gonna bring more unity. I don't know if y'all notice, but we're fixing to catch hell with this presidential race. I'm not one to get political
Yeah.
at all, and it's something to say something about olive skin prostitutes. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. It kind of got a soft spot in my heart there, but I feel like I'll vote that way. You know what I mean? I got more sense to put that than that to put that in charge. Because it didn't never got any money before. I figured it's gonna be worth this time.
That's right.
I liked her better when she was Montel Williams' side chick.
Yes. But like
When
you
she
said,
was nice then.
it can, depending on how it goes, it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell either way it goes. Honestly.
Guys, you know who we got? Ourselves
Us.
and nobody else.
That's it. Us.
You think them rabbit hunters is gonna help us? And the squirrel hunters is gonna help? No.
And here's the thing about it.
No.
It's one of those deals where I would like to say no, they won't help at all, but we have done something here lately, Pat.
Transcended some boundaries.
Yes, we have literally, and I see it. And the reason now it's not a big deal. I mean, it's not a big move, but it is a big deal to me. We had a coon hunting, the Alabama State Coon Hunters Association. They sponsored the Shankathon hunt this year. All right.
Oh yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? It's little victories.
I feel like they
But
don't
it's
know they're allowed to support each other.
I think that's a lot of it. They think we're all supposed to be against each other all the time. But I also noticed where Boars N Broads and ourselves, like we're sponsoring coon hunts.
Yeah. Rusty Mayshore and Boars N Broads.
Yeah,
both
Rusty
sponsored
Mayshore,
the
yeah.
Cane Creek Classic.
So we're trying to work with them. But like you said, if it don't happen all at once, we're whooped. I mean, we're whooped. There's no doubt. I don't know I don't know anything else that we could do to get more support from them. Like I said, we're supporting these other dog hunting associations, but it's like you said, it's very, very few and far between. But I did want to give recognition to those that have been there so far. But it's very, very few.
As long as they don't make me hunt a blue tick, I'm behind them.
I hear you. But no, like you said, it's one of those deals where I wish I did have an answer. And I know there's a lot of people out there the same way. But
so if anybody out there thinks the quality of Dixie Doggers Ask Uncle Pat needs to improve, improve it. Improve it.
Yes. Without
It's a call-in show. This ain't our show. It's y'all's show.
Yep.
All in.
And the thing about it, all they got to do is just message any of us and say, hey, I want to ask a question. We're not doing this. It's a live call-in, but it's not live on the air show. But
yeah, it can be shooted.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, though. But so anybody that has a question, anybody can call. All you got to do is let us know, and we'll line it up just like we did these other guys. So whenever we record, we'll have you on a list, and I'll have your number right there on speed dial, and I'll hit your number. It ain't no big deal. But if you think you got something that can improve it, call.
I'm not big on debating. I ain't gonna sit there and argue with nobody about nothing. Especially about a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's argue about something that'll breed its mama and eat its own crap.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I got something better I can be doing. But I would love to hear another perspective. Give me your perspective. I'll give you mine. Joey, Nathan, another caller call in and give us his. And we'll leave it at that. You know?
Yeah.
It's not a wrong way to do things. Just depends on how good you want your dog to be.
Yeah.
You can take something. You can't only add to a dog. Remember the Aiken story?
That's exactly right.
You can't put nothing else in there but the correct feed and water.
Mm-hmm. But
that's a whole other Bible sermon. But
there's been a couple people that I've seen on social media that have, they want to have opposing views. They want to hear a podcast with, opposing views on things about dogs and hunting and different styles of dogs. We just haven't had anybody call in with them. It's not that we won't do it. Like you said, it's not that we can't debate. But we just haven't had nobody that wanted to call in and do that.
But this is only our third date.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be somebody. I hope it is, and that way maybe I can learn some more. I try to learn every time I talk to anybody, I try to learn something.
I learn at a constant rate.
That's right.
You got to be honest with yourself first. The very first thing. Yes. Yeah, that's why I had to stand up and say, "Hi, I'm Pat. I'm addict."
Mm-hmm.
See, I already know it.
That's right.
But you said you don't know it. I don't. Walk out there and never look back.
Yep.
Because I knew it, so I didn't have to stay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's like when I've experienced a lot of things that just seem really repetitive in life. Just like a scenario, whether it be a good thing or a bad thing, and I'll be like, I don't know why I didn't expect that. I knew that yesterday.
Yep.
And so that's one thing that always makes me laugh when something goes wrong, and I'll be like, well, I don't know why I expected it to go this way. And I was like, well, hell, I knew yesterday it was probably going to go like this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Listen, I got a date with a girl one time because I promised to increase the quality of her life. But what she didn't understand, this is the part where she missed it. For every new level in life, it takes a new you to maintain it. I can show you a better way, but I can't maintain it. I'm gonna give out.
Yeah.
And she come by here the other day, matter of fact. That's the one I left at the altar. She's still a little bit mad. Not so mad she didn't stay 3 days helping me ride fence.
Yeah.
But
well, that's pretty good. You get some help out of that deal.
But I promised her that, and I think it's just now resonating with her.
Mm-hmm. It takes a little time to sink in.
What I meant by that, and although we're not together today, and probably never will be, she thanked me for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because although it was kind of rough on her at first, I don't know why I've never had nobody say that my leaving was rough on her. They usually happy I'm gone.
But
I tell you what, I was sitting here and I told Kevin, I said, "You do know who that is, don't you?" And Big Dooley come around the corner with a big living horse trailer.
Yeah.
No. I said, "I do." She got out of there, didn't say nothing, told me where to put her horses, where to back her truck up and park it and all that. You know what I did? Exactly what
she said. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I still mind pretty good when they smiling at me, and she asked me to do it. She had to understand that.
Well, yeah, if they ask you, that's you're on the upside there.
Yeah.
We got one more caller for the night.
Oh, we did. I thought we was done. I was rambling.
Well, no, we are, but I got another caller right here. We're gonna call him right quick. He said, I don't know what he was wanting to ask, but we'll call him. right quick.
Hello.
All right, you on there? All right.
Hello.
Got everybody? Pat, you on there?
Yeah.
All right. Rusty, you there?
Dad.
All right. Well, Pat Lewing, this is Rusty Mayshore.
Do I know you?
I don't think so.
Hey, I meant to call you the other day. If you go into that shankathon, what does cameraman pay?
I don't know all the beer you could drink.
Well, I don't drink, so I'll be cheap labor. Can you enter as a team?
Gravy. Cat head biscuits and gravy.
Cathead biscuits and gravy.
Oh,
Hey, Rusty, you on
Hell yeah, I can do that.
speakerphone? Rusty, are you on your speakerphone?
Hang on.
I can barely hear you.
I think so.
How
can.
about now?
Yeah, we can hear you better now. There you go.
As at Oklahoma, they ain't got nothing but a telegraph up there.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. They got one damn wire and some old guy in glasses in there tapping on the damn box.
we old school.
He's down there at Mud Creek just tapping his ass off by that one tree.
Playing them yellow dogs trying something.
He's sitting in that shade down there, boys.
Ain't got no shade.
Hell, I know. Ain't but one damn tree down there, and it ain't but 4 foot tall. That's it.
It's grew a little bit since y'all.
Oh, has it? Shit, that's where I'm moving to right
I
there.
bet it's 10 foot tall now.
I bet if I go back, I got my umbrella.
That's right.
You won't need it in February.
No.
There you go.
Need a damn
I don't
wind
need a
break.
wind block, probably.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, no doubt.
So what you got on your mind, Rusty?
Oh, I pondered on this one for a while.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you was to pick a dog for each geographical location across the country, what would it be for each geographical location and why?
It'd be a July cross no matter where I went. Or Walker cross. Running marker, not treeing. No matter where I went, because a good cast dog will get it done no matter where you at.
Mm-hmm.
Now, depending on, like, unless you got like a special place, like there's some of them dumps that these boys hunt, but they go catch 5 400 pounders. I'd want some dogs like that first collar had.
Yeah.
A set of poaching dogs jump out there right quick. Them hogs right there, they're so fast you can't run. And you know, you wouldn't even need to bring a bulldog. But as far as it's like me, I like the free cast.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
So, I mean, I would take a yellow dog if it's like your dog to cast. Anything that casts kind of long range, because you can get it done anywhere with that kind of dog.
What's long range?
I was going to
Pat?
say, what's long range, Pat?
Long range?
Yeah, what to you?
Yeah,
To
yeah.
you, what do you call long range?
What's the minimum yards
A
it's got to
mile.
mile?
There you, all right, now we in the same deal.
A mile. Anything that'll get off the tracker casting.
Yeah.
Like 800, 900 yards. That's 3/4 of a mile.
Mm-hmm.
Half a mile is 880 yards. So I'm gonna say 1,200 yards. Just looking.
Just looking. That's right.
Just looking.
And that's what a lot of people don't. They don't take. I don't know. I can't. I've talked to so many folks, and they talk about a dog that's out there hunting, and they're like, "Oh man, he'll get out there good. He's going 600-700 yards." I'm like, "Well, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. It ain't. But to me, that's what about every dog should be hunting. I think, you know.
That'd be a good medium dog
Yeah,
to me.
that's what every dog should hunt. But
And my favorite, because I can always drive down the road and do it again.
mm-hmm.
I don't have to deal. I don't have to be as close to Jesus if I'm hunting that dog
Yes,
that mile or more dog is. You know.
for a long time, I liked them about 800 to 1,000 yards, and you know I didn't really want them to go no further than that because the areas we hunted too. And now I can't get them to go that damn far.
Yeah.
Now I can't get them to go that damn far. Oh.
700 yards and look, and not go in a straight line in there and straight back. I'm talking about like working it out.
Yes.
Going in there and you see him, and you know he's getting hoggy because he's going there and he'll break to the left and he'll break back to the left. And he's coming back around to you, and all of a sudden he starts making them little bitty circles.
Oh, yes.
You know, you ain't heard nothing yet. And he starts making them little bitty circles. Go on, vest that bulldog up, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know, I said he's hoggy. What I would say, piggy or hoggy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know if that's a term, but Rusty knows what I'm talking about.
No,
you just know
it is a term.
If you know what you're looking at, you know, what do you think?
No, I'm like that. I'm the same way. Like I watch the dogs on the Garmin. I mean, identical to what you just said. Of course, like all our dogs are silent. Well, one or two of them will yip if something gets up in front of them, but then they shut up. You know, when I say yip,
they seeing it for a split second.
That's right. All right, but they'll start tightening up, like you said. They'll start moving more, and then I'll get a loop. Then I'll get a little circle. Then them circles will start getting a little tighter. And then I'll be like, hey, we need to go. Start getting that way. And
getting that way.
And usually it ain't but just a few minutes and they sit down.
Yeah.
And like you said, that's what I tell them. I said, they getting hoggy right here. Like that's, I guess it's a term.
I learned that my daddy used to make me walk the deer dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned, you know, because I could jump them bucks. I knew all them buck rubs and buck straight lines. And I'd go down there and I'd hustle in them some bitches till I got him up. The hell them does.
Mm-hmm.
Like they free cast the first two. And after lunch, Daddy said, go down there and see if you can get us a good buck up. And 9 times out of 10, he's watching that old dog, you know. And then his old tail start wagging. And you'll see another dog notice him getting kind of, I don't know what you call it, bucky or deer, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Getting kind of happy, getting that little happy tail shake. And he come there and start smelling. But you sit down on the ground, and the rest of you know what I'm talking about. And you're looking at that straight line going up into that thicket. So you line up on it, and you just ease up there and sit down again. And the dogs, you help them get it to another spot where they can smell it.
Mm-hmm.
And once they get it, don't call them till you let them figure it out because you might have thought wrong.
Yeah.
And then go up there and you sit down, they get up around you. Sure enough, they smelling him where he's walking that rub line going home. And hey, when them, I ain't talking about trail walkers now. Running walk in July like fox pen field trial jerk snacks on bitches. They ain't gonna bark on it unless they running it. They ain't gonna cold trail too much. One of them never let you little bitty squeal. I cock that 30-30 and I just started easing behind them. 9 times out of 10, I got him on the jump.
Hell yeah.
He'll lay there that old buck will lay there to the bitter end.
Yep.
And when they go on the top action, that top will explode. Hot damn, and I go slinging lead. So, you know,
Pat, I think you killed 2 right then.
I tell you what, if 4 got up, I might have got 5 of them.
I'm serious. I was watching. I was making sure that somebody didn't come out the side over in this thicket.
I'm getting pumped.
I'm standing right on the side of this gravel road with about a 40-acre patch of clear. I'm ready. But I'm going to get them old slick heads. I'm going to get them slick heads. I'm standing on the stump.
Kill the slick head and the gun jam and the buck be standing there looking at me.
Yeah, ain't no doubt.
You son of
Now, that's the way we hunt with the hog dogs.
That's why we hunted with down there.
That's it.
In Milan, Georgia, last weekend, that one feller, Brandon Prairie. Oh boy.
Yeah, Pat would love that guy. I had some gun there. He's running around with
excited.
Yeah, that son of a bitch right there was wild. I asked him, I said, you do some math or something? He said, no. I said, Jesus don't do none. That boy was fired up. That old hog was giving them dogs a fit, and he was running back and forth up and down the road. He said, I had enough. He pulled out that shotgun, got some buckshot. He said, I'm finna put it to him. And then the gun jammed. He shot at him one time where he crossed. Gun jammed. He come up here, had the gun all apart in the middle of the road.
He took it completely apart, cleaned it, got it back, and then he's ready to go. And I was riding with him on a side by side. And at one point, he got so damn fired up. He said, "Well," and I don't think he said anything, but he just made sounds for about 30 seconds, and then we did a U-turn and went 60 miles an hour down the road.
We had a ball, son.
Oh,
That shit
great.
was fun. That shit was fun.
One time I walked off down the road hunting with Ed up there and was in them damn mountains. People don't think Oklahoma got mountains. Go visit Ed. Go down Ed's driveway one time. Better not be in a 2-wheel drive. You have to get pulled back up out of that canyon. But the dog went up the hill, a big full moon, and I realized I was standing in the damn trail. I thought they was running a deer anyway. And at the time I thought he was moving, it was too late, man. About 120-pound boar all get the road. Everybody thought I caught him because I'm tough. I caught him out of desperation, son. He was lined up on me, and it was me. I'm up with him. I heard him up over my head hollering, "I'm a beast." And everybody's laughing. I'm walking to them. They laughing. They in a wad, you know. I just run up there and town and all, and I just threw that board hog in them and run backwards. He put everybody on the hood of the truck and wouldn't leave. We had to get the bulldog out and catch him. We caught him, cut him, and treed and freed. And we actually never got away from him. He was mad as a chap. But
So he wouldn't leave, he wanted to hang out.
I would stick with a long range, deep bottom dog that had a lot of walker in it, because the long range, deep bottom curs I've had, anything over about 85 degrees, they wasn't long range and they wasn't deep bottom anymore. Does that make sense to y'all? I mean, that's just my perspective from what I saw.
Oh,
in the wintertime, bird dogs shine like a diamond, but 100 degrees is a lot different.
Well, then, nope. I guess I got spoiled on the cur dog stuff. I never had cur dogs until the last 10 years. I'd have a mixed breed here and there, but like that, I hate to brag on a dog, but Rodney Bell, that midnight dog he got, she stayed in there with them hounds in 100 degrees 4 hours until we cut her off at the road and picked her up.
Oh,
I'm just saying it. No, that's what I'm saying. So when I first, that's what I'm getting at. I got spoiled, and like I had old yellow dog named, we called him Head. It was supposed to have been a blackmouth cur. He looked like a yellow lab. And I ain't found much anything that could outrun him. So that was the ones I had to compare to. But now we've got these other ones now that are full-blooded blackmouth curs or full-blooded Catahoulas, and you can tell the difference. Like you said, you can tell the difference. After a few hours, if it's real hot, they start slowing down. They don't get out as far. They get hot. And
the reason why I say I want them 50 to 25% July Walker is because I don't care. The more you run a cur dog, the more chances you got of setting a hair on him or foundering him to hunting. The harder you run a July Walker, the more he like it.
Yep.
To his feet till you pull his pads, and then you just run him with 4 feet. If he'll come to the gate, take him. But I promise you, that cur dog will quit you by the 3rd day or what. That's how I used to deer break my damn cur dogs. I put them in the box with my daddy's deer dogs. Daddy hunts every day, daylight to dark, no tracking collars. If he didn't come home, he didn't give a shit. At that 3rd day, them some bitches to smell a deer and down near puke.
They didn't want no part of it.
Go find them a hog or a squirrel.
Well, now, Rusty, the dogs, the curs that you got, they're more like that, right? They're more got a lot of bottom to them for cur dogs. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's a little different deal.
But I will say the cross dogs that I've had, that when I put a little bit of that cross in it, and the recovery time on them dogs is a lot faster than a full cur dog.
That's where I was going with that day in and day out.
I mean, my cur dogs stay with them for 12 hours, but I mean, I mean, they're smoked for a day.
Yes.
I can leave them crossed up dogs on the chain for 4 hours or in the kennel.
And they ready to go.
I can walk out there and pick them up and send them again.
Well,
yeah, that's where I'm going with that.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Them dogs Henry and them had down there. Rodney's dog Midnight, she stayed in the race for 3.5, right at 4 hours. And we wound up picking her up. And, but you know, those dogs are open on track and we run silent dogs. So she went in there and after she had went to him twice, she come back out. Now, I don't know if it's because I think, you know, I think it's both. You know, she went in there to the bark and there wasn't a hog. They was running the hog. And then also, like, she done been running all morning. For her, that's a lot of running. You know, normally we don't have long races like that. But now, I think it was it Gage's dogs? He had one or two that was in the race and they fell out of the race and put them up like they was already, you could tell they was getting wore out a little bit, but it didn't take them 30 minutes in the box. And he packed them back in again and they never let up. You know what I mean? It didn't take, they rested 30 minutes, no more than an hour, and they went right back to it. You get a cur dog after it's done got good and hot like that, they fall out of the box. They don't want to go again, you know, like you said. So, I mean, it holds true, a lot of that.
There's exceptions to every. I mean,
well, yeah,
there's secretariats all over the kennels in the South. You see what I'm saying?
Like but consistently, though, I mean.
Yes.
I've seen more out of the dogs with, I guess, like you said, a quarter. Just putting a quarter in them is enough. For what I'm doing is probably more than what I would need. So I couldn't imagine running a pack of full hounds like that or full Julys or foxhounds or whatever.
I must have a lot of curry in me because Friday night, Saturday night, by Sunday, I'm just ready to snuggle.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Well, Friday night,
curry in me, Gus.
Yeah. Friday night, you all fired up.
That ain't what it was, boys.
That's there you go. Rusty, you been catching them big tooth hogs lately?
A few.
You got us some good ones for February?
Oh yeah, they're ready.
When's the next Shankathon? Ain't you got one coming up next month?
Yeah, September.
Mm-hmm. September.
Don't catch them out before September, Rusty. I'm gonna be on Team Mud Creek. Running the camera.
It's stacked pretty deep this time.
Oh, you got some help?
I got some help this round.
Okay.
I got some help.
Oh, good. I will stay in Texas because I didn't want to have to do all that hunting.
Somebody's gonna have to do something. Old Michael Spiler, he's done one of the last two. Somebody's gonna have to knock him off the high horse there. They catch some good hogs though. I mean, they catch some nice ones.
Yeah, they know where they at. They work. That's dog men from way back. That's generations.
Oh, without a doubt. I talked to some of these younger guys, and they were kind of pissing and moaning about it. And I said, well, have y'all not been seeing any big hogs? He said, oh yeah. He said, hell, right before the Shankathon, we killed one that was 300 and then had 3-inch teeth, and then another one that was 240 and all this. I said, well, why'd you kill him? He said, well, because we was hunting them. I was like, well, that's why Michael and them, they have them big hogs. They don't kill them. I said, you know what I'm saying? They're waiting for tournaments. I said, they got them strategically placed, brother.
I had a father-in-law that was a professional. He fished in fishing tournaments, pro, whatever. He could fish,
Yeah.
Me, I like a cane pole. Anyway, pulled up there and I dropped that jig down. It didn't go by halfway and stopped. I reared back on that thing and it went to taking line. He looked at me and said, shake him off. Don't let him come up. Shake him off. I ain't never caught no big bass like that. I didn't want to shake him off, but I knew why. Because that tournament was coming up. I shook him off, and he didn't catch him, but his partner caught him at 11.24 pounds and won the Ullman ring or whatever for that lake they won a bunch of about $20,000, whatever. I don't know. He didn't share none of it with me. Yeah. I know that. I reel that bastard in now.
Yeah, but, you located the son of a bitch for him, huh?
Yeah.
And that's the thing about it, doing the tournament.
He shaking off,
Oh yeah, he's wanting to keep that thing over to the side.
Yeah.
And that's the way them guys do. Anybody that's doing it, you got to hone your craft. You got to keep your skill, keep your knife sharp. Those guys
that want to get away from me the other day.
That's what I'm saying. Like Rusty, how many tournaments have you hunted? You reckon in your life?
Man, I don't know. Several.
Well, don't be bullshit. Don't say several as in 4. I mean like 400.
Yeah. I ain't hunted that many, but
a bunch.
I've hunted quite a few.
Yeah.
I had one last week get away from me that I really wish wouldn't. But there's more where he comes from.
How do you get away from him? Do you want to go through the agony of that?
I sent you a picture of
it. Yeah, I know. Just what I was being a smart ass.
He was on the back of a tailgate.
Yeah. That shit sucks right there, boy.
He's a good hog, too.
Yeah.
He's really
good.
But there's more where he's at.
But it's got to, if another guy had caught it with a dog, I don't know if it'd be so bad. It'd still suck, but,
But, you don't see many hogs with 3-inch wethers.
No, that some bitch had some teeth on top, son.
Well, he did. I was 4 and 3/4 on the right side. Left side was 3 1/4, I think.
Yeah.
And his wethers were 3 inches on both sides.
Yeah. I know it had some damn teeth on it. So what do you got new? You got anything new to discuss on the Woods Dog event?
No, not yet. We need to get the board going and get some rules figured out and stone.
Up to it.
We come up with a few, but we ain't got them all wrote down yet.
I felt good saying that. I think that was the first time I could ever say something like that. Dad's usually telling me that.
Yeah. See, that was Nate that said that. He's one to get to it. So
it felt good. I felt big and important.
Congratulations.
Oh hell.
Yeah. I'm not like if somebody wants to come hunting with me to get approval to run their dog. No. You take the board hunting. If you can get Joey and Rusty and Matt Latham, Charles Kelp, and all them rounded up, you take them hunting. I ain't really got a whole lot to say about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a board. Nothing I can say can help you enter your dog. Only you can run videos to Rusty and them and let the board decide whether you can hunt your dog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get out of judging and everything. I'm trying to get out of judging and everything.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, you're not.
It's not working.
Probably not, but I'm trying.
It ain't working. But there's been a lot of people sending me some good videos and stuff, and they've been hitting on me pretty hard on the videos and stuff, and there's some really good videos. There was a guy a couple of days ago sent me. I think he was from South Carolina. He sent me one that was, I think it had 6 or 7 different woods bays in it, and 2 or 3 catches, of the dogs he wanted to enter and stuff. It was good.
This is going to be a real. I ain't saying the other ones ain't real because it's intense, like the best in the world. I ain't gonna take nothing from them. This is gonna be like a real hog dog trial.
Yeah, it's more like a woods
trial.
Yeah,
it's not a bait pen trial. It's a hog dog trial.
Yeah,
it's gonna be an old school get together, eat, drink beer.
That's right.
Y'all gonna drink there?
Watch dogs run and have fun.
That's right.
That's what it's gonna be.
And like what we're talking about for some of the listeners out there is the difference in this bay and the other bayings is this is more concentrated just for the woods dogs. It's concentrated solely for that. That way it's all, everybody's kind of got the same level of competition, the same playing field. It's not, you don't have the professional bay pen dogs competing against you, or you don't have to compete against them. And so that's what we're talking about, having the videos and stuff. And we're going to keep on pushing it, and we'll have more information about it as time gets closer. But it's going to be in February. And
I just make the commercials.
That's right.
They got no say so over what dog can run and what dog can't. I had no say so. I made it that way, so I didn't have to have a say so.
Well, people gonna listen. They're gonna listen to what you say anyway, Pat, and then they're not gonna be happy. There's always gonna be somebody.
Somewhere.
There's always somebody that ain't gonna be happy, especially with you, because they feel like you saying something the wrong way.
I hope it really. I hope they really think about it, because this is how much sleep I'm gonna lose tonight over it.
Yes, sir.
Let me recall that belt buckle with them 2 empty boxes picture I sent y'all.
That's right. He don't
She's
give
still
up.
mad. She's still a little bit mad about that.
I bet.
I can imagine.
So
she knows what game bread means now. Deep bottom.
Yeah. Shit.
She's got a lot of gas though. Out of short range, just got to be around center.
Like one of them cur dogs, he gets a little hot and he's tired. You got to quit.
It's got to come up Fort Creek, boys, but I'm straight catch.
There you go. Oh, man.
Meaning running.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a lie. I'm on back, so I'm afraid of getting hurt. I'm a little bit chicken shit.
Right on. Well, on these.
Hey, it don't hurt to have dogs that's a little bit counterfeit. You ain't got them vet bills.
Ain't that the truth?
You might not catch a lot of hogs, but damn, it don't cost a lot.
So you ain't gonna have to worry about it then.
Goes back to that staying on track.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we're gonna do this with this board, and we're gonna do it right, and we're gonna stay on track, and we're not gonna get sidetracked.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who everybody is in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
There's nobody gonna put a bay pen dog in this deal.
No.
Somebody gonna rat you out.
Yeah.
Oh,
So unless you want to be called out in front of everybody and told no, you know better.
Yeah, just do what you're supposed to do.
Just go on over here to the 2-dog cup, get your 9-9, and go and be happy about it.
That's right.
But that's what you're doing. If you're doing that, you're just trying to run a 9-9 dog, thinking it's going to be an easy win. I'm telling you, if some guys come, they going to have some dogs that's going to run 10s.
Mm-hmm.
You can't bring that 9-9. So there's no way. If that was the case, I could run everything I got.
Yep.
I'm 9-8. My middle name 9-9.
Now,
Evidently, because that's all they ever say when I run.
Now,
At 9-9 Lewin.
tell them what the stipulations are on the dogs. You know, what dogs you can run and what you can't run.
Well, it's dogs that you take to the woods every day.
You can't,
and they can't be won $1. They can't be won $1.
But now, if they've been in a bay pen before, as long as they haven't won any money.
That
won or placed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Won or placed. Yeah. Well, even if you placed at all. I mean, because like.
Yeah, this is dog. Even like Jake's coming.
Yeah.
The wholeman.com himself is coming. And he's going to bring 3 dogs. There's no use for him to send a video because every time I hunt, I'm usually with him.
Yeah.
When I'm serious hunting. And he's going to have them 3 dogs, and he's going to kick them in the ass. They're going to cast.
That's right.
That's it, 3 dogs. And I'm going to tell you, one of them stands a chance of winning. One of them will probably get in the bay off. And one of them is the bay pen bred one. That would have bought 3 times at the hog. He's probably just going to walk off.
Yeah.
That's why he ain't a bay pen dog. That's why he put him in the woods. He's a pretty damn good woods dog. He likes it in the woods. He's a little bit rough. But, and that's probably what's going to happen. He's going to bring one. It's going to be hard to beat. But like Carter's got a full-blown woods dog, 12.
Mm-hmm.
But he's won money with him.
That's right.
Yep.
Now, Carter's one of my best little friends in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even my child. We're scared to do the DNA.
That's right.
But he can't bring 12.
Mm-hmm.
Although I know every time Carter goes to the woods, he kicks him in the ass.
He does. That'd be a hard one to beat.
And I only made him run him. And I know the dog come out the woods.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't even that good of a wood. He's a better baby dog. He's a wood dog. I don't know.
Oh, well. But
He got something in the works, though. He sent me a video the other day, Carter did. He got something. He's tuning on one.
he don't know, but he's gonna lose that one. I know that. I know that dog, and I've been talking to the guy. All right.
The little one dog.
Yeah, I'm finna to steal that dog, boys. I'm finna rob him, and guess what I'm doing with it? I'm bringing that sumbitch to Mud Creek. Yes, sir.
Well, it ain't never won nothing, has it?
It ain't never been in the pen.
You can't run one no way. You on the board.
I'm not running it.
Oh.
I'm not running it.
Oh,
I'm just I'm gonna bring him up there and just show you. I'm just to do it to Carter.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I think at the bottom of the video it said, "I'm not showing up barefooted, guys."
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you that's a good that little dog right there is gonna be something. It already is. Ain't gonna be. It already is.
I can assure you one thing: we're gonna have fun.
Yes.
For 2 days.
Well, the last time we was out there was some of them boys that had some natural bay dogs that done really well.
There's some. I mean, there's some around here close that's got some. I mean, they got the style, they got the concentration.
Yes.
I'm not saying, guys, not to practice your dog and haul your dog and get him used to the bay pen or whatever. Just don't go win no money with him till you come to Mud Creek.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just keep it honest. I know who's catching hogs. If you come up there and you fatter than I am and you got them diabetic Dr. Scholl
easy now, easy, Pat.
And you got them black diabetic socks pulled up to your kneecap.
I got the gray ones.
You ain't hunting in the woods.
I got them gray Dr. Scholl's, man. I got the gray Dr. Scholl socks on. You talking about Rodney.
Poor old Rodney can't go one time without picking on
Rodney. Talking about Rodney, but if they look like Rodney, that's who I'm talking about.
That's right. We put them damn Rodney have them dollar store Crocs on. He'll get in there and get them dog boys. I told him, I was like, you need to take them dogs up there and run them. I don't know. I said, you better take them. I said, hey, you don't never. I mean, they're good woods dogs. But he just don't. I don't know, man. He don't have the confidence in them. I said, if you had the confidence in your dogs like I've got in his dogs, I said, shit, them things would be winners, champions.
Hey, fellas, can y'all let me bow out?
Yes, sir.
We wrap it up?
Yes, sir.
I gotta go down here. I still got my welder down there.
All right, well, knock it out.
And it's my hunting buddy too. Oh, Gary Shea, and he's welding on a track hole bucket for me.
Yeah.
And we done all day, and now we've been here about 2.5 hours.
I was going to say we done been here 2.5 hours anyway, so yeah, we can wrap it on up. We can sit and talk about this shit all night long.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it goes.
I know what Rusty Mayshore would do in any geographical location. He'd run them old yellow dogs.
That's right.
Without a doubt.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, but they're a little bit different than the typical. I mean, you know.
I mean, yeah.
They what I'm talking about. They long, they distant, they cast, and they. So not necessarily the walker in them, but when I say that, something like that, you know.
It might be the walker in them, though, Pat. You think?
I think Rusty's a little sneaky. That's all I'm gonna say.
If somebody's got some long ears to be yeller dogs. All right. Well, Pat, we appreciate you doing it, buddy, once again, and we'll get us some more lined up for the next show.
I'll get y'all in a minute. Let me get out there and check with him.
All right, brother. We'll see you.
Thank you, Pat.
Y'all, bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Get him. There we go. You still there, Rusty? All right.
Yeah.
All right. That son of a gun, he's a mess, ain't he?
Oh, man. I knew that'd tear him up, though.
Yeah, I was waiting on him to come up with something different, but I was like, when you said that, I was literally sitting over here and I pointed. I was like, he's gonna say he's already gonna say what he's got right now because
Yeah.
I mean, why would he say something different? Because then it would go against everything he's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that it won't work because it's working. There's people all over the country that's got them dogs and they catching hogs with them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Man, he's got good stuff, you know. They're just a little different than what we normally run.
Oh yeah. I like giving him hell.
That's right. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this February deal going on for sure. I know we'll get. I think we'll have a good turnout for sure.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of hits. I mean, it's getting a lot of feedback, a lot of hits.
Yeah. I think we'll see a new crowd and new faces.
Yeah,
I really do.
We should. I mean, we'll see a lot of news and some olds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but maybe the hogs will be good.
Yeah,
they ought to be feeling plenty spunky by then. And I'm still got to go through a lot of hogs, but I'm gonna try to put together 30 women there.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty good group there. So,
yeah,
you got anything else you want to put on the podcast?
No.
Okay, I was thinking say, well, just hold on for. Yeah, I was thinking say, well, just hold for just a second, and then we'll do the outro right quick. Don't hang up, and then we'll talk for a minute. You good with that, Nick? Because you can edit that little bit right there. All right, well, that was our third segment with the Ask Uncle Pat questions, and it's gone good every time. We've got 2 or 3 people to call in and ask questions, and it seems like everybody that's called in has been somebody that it's kind of funny because it's people that they've learned so much from listening to us and from other hog hunters out there on social media and other podcasts and however they can get information because they weren't born and raised in it. So we really appreciate y'all listening, and keeping it going. And so till the next time, y'all keep them hounds on the ground. We'll see y'all.
Thank you. Hope y'all enjoyed that episode. Stay tuned for our new episodes every Monday and Wednesday. For questions, advertising, or just to chat, email DixieDoggers01@gmail.com.